Ladies and gentlemen, are we live? Are we live? Give me your phone. Give me your phone. I need to monitor the chat.
The password is 0200.
What's the password?
0200.
0200. Alright, open this. Folks, if you can hear me, put some W's in the chat. Are we live, folks? Are we live? Alright, it looks like we're live. Alright, cool. It looks like we're live. Oh, ooh, we're live, we're live. Okay. Folks, something huge is taking place in Manchester. I think it's important that you get to see it live and direct. Look, I'm in Manchester right now. I'm in Denton. I don't know. You want to show them a little bit? Give them a sneak peek. Something is happening right now. A lot of you guys have a lot of confusion. You're asking, hey Barack, what's going on with Advance UK? Are they still carrying on? Should I keep my membership? Should I walk away? Is Ben still going on? Ben has been quiet. You know, Rupelo is making so much noise. What is Ben's doing? Is there a merger? What should we do? I mean, all that confusion will just disappear today. Is Nick Botley still campaigning? Yes, and more. Now follow me through.
Know what it's like to struggle. Know what it's like to have policies and legislations put upon them that other people in politics have no idea of how they affect the local people. So Nick is the person that we want to see in Thornton and Denton, and thank you again for all of you for turning up. And good luck, Nick.
Again, thanks, Sarah and Howard. Right, now, the man in the moment, the person who's dedicated decades to this community already, receiving an MBE for that effort that he's done, you know, providing such a good service to the people in Manchester and this community, in Gorton and Denton itself as well. The incredible Nick Buckley. Thank you everybody for coming today. I've run many political campaigns, but I've always done it by myself. This is the first one where I've had help and support. So thank you for everybody who's turned out today, everybody who's put leaflets through doors, everybody who's forwarded or commented on any of my social media posts. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I'm just one person. I can't change the country, I can't change this area by myself, but we can do it as a team. We can do it if we all do our little bit. If 70 million people just did their little bit, we'd be living in a better country already. The days of doing nothing are over. We haven't got a choice anymore now. And that doesn't mean everyone has to do what I do, or everyone has to do what someone else does. We've got to work out the little bit we can do that fits in with our life, our traits, our personality, our situation in life. And we've got to do that little bit, otherwise things will just carry on being worse. Now, I know this area like the back of my hands. I know the Gorton as well. My family still live in Gorton. You know, I've got siblings living there. I've got aunties and cousins. I've got a cousin who just lives probably 15 streets away from here. They'll hold me accountable if I become the MP for this area, because people will see me again. All the other candidates hoping to become MP for this area, most of them you'll never see ever again, because they've just been parachuted in for their political party. Hence why I've not been talking about, I'm going to fix the NHS, I'm going to stop the boats, I'm going to tax the wealthy. You've heard all that rubbish before. One MP can't promise any of those things, but what an MP can promise is to tackle knife crime on these streets. What an MP can promise is to, on day one, is to launch a local grooming gang and sexual abuse inquiry for the area. What one MP can do is hold the local council to account and start embarrassing them with their waste and incompetence. What a local MP can do is hold the police accountable and get senior police officers turning up at meetings every month to answer the public about why burglars going up, why they're knocking on doors at 3 in the afternoon saying you posted something hurty on Facebook. Because that's not my priority, that's not your priority. How about we get to the stage where the police's priorities are our priorities, because we pay their wages. We've got too many people in this country paid for by the state, or civil servants, politicians, who think they're our masters, who think they're our overlords, and we have to do as we're told. We need to go back to how it used to be, where they realise they're public servants, and they will do as they're told. And that's where we need to get back to. That's a major part of the problem in the UK. is we have too many people thinking they're our masters. We're English men and women, we don't have masters. We're the kings and queens of our own castles, of our domain. We will live the lives we want to live. We will not be told how to live by politicians, by civil servants, by councils. We're free people in a free country with freedom of speech. It may not seem that at the moment, but that's what we need to change. We need to go back to those days. Hence why I'm campaigning on local issues that local people care about. So when you're knocking on doors today, you're posting leaflets through doors, you're speaking to people, please remind them, I'm the only local candidate. I'm the only person born and bred in this area, who based their charity here, who went to school here, whose family live here. Everybody says they want local candidates. I want someone local as my MP, and then they vote for a national party who doesn't have their best interests at heart. I have your best interests at heart because I am one of you. I was born on these streets, my family are from here for generations and generations. You don't get any more local than me. So please spread the message. We're still a little bit of an outsider at the moment, but we've got another 5 days to go. The other parties are stalling now. People have won campaigns like this before. Someone can win this campaign on 23% of the vote. 23%. Those days are over where people get big majorities, and we will see exactly what goes on Thursday. So thank you everybody, and I hope to speak to you all individually throughout the day. Thank you. To be fair, the guy driving the bus is actually a personal friend of mine. A great guy called Trevor. He's a big Reform supporter, but I still class him as a really good friend of mine.
He's the only one on the bus.
Well, yes. Just because people support different political parties doesn't make them our enemies. No, being a friend of mine doesn't rely on you voting for me. What makes you my friend is if you've got the same morals, the same outlook, the same vision, you're a patriot. That makes you a friend of mine. You don't have to vote for me to be my friend. I want to get away from the negative politics. The guy driving the bus is still my friend. Thank you very much.
As you said, it's full of Reform voters and supporters on that bus. Was it full to the brim? Right, so what's going to happen now is we're going to distribute the leaflets. I think there's route cards and things like that, so we can get cracking. What we'll do is it'll probably be a good time to have a break. We can come back here for 2, where I think Ben should be here around then, and he'll give us another speech, get us going, get our enthusiasm back up again to go back out for a second push. So thank you very much, everyone. If you can come up and take some leaflets and we can get going. Thank you.
And if you meet anybody who wants to speak to me, tell them I'm going to be here all day. So send people to the stall if they want to ask me questions, meet me or speak to me. Absolutely fine.
I'm Mr. T on Twitter.
From where?
I'm a member of the college.
Oh, you're a member of the
Yeah, great. Floss has told me about you.
How are you?
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. He's the guy. Put the camera on him, not me.
I didn't quite say.
Yeah. Fine, absolutely fine.
Well, you wouldn't mind that. Are you not going to be able to get in next week? You can leave these here with you if you've got anybody else who's got
Yeah, let's get a photo. That's old-fashioned campaigning with a sandwich board. It should say the end is nigh. Remember that?
I was if you don't know the end is
Yeah.
I'm going to do some interview with Alright folks, we're just getting started as you already
You know what to say.
We are just getting started. So if you're joining us here, you're thinking, hey, what's going on? It looks like it's finishing. No, we are just getting started. Of course, the people are getting warmed up right now, as you can see. Show them. People are getting warmed up right now. They're about to go and do leafleting. They're about to go do some door knocking. They're about to go out there and win some people's heart and mind with obviously Nick Botley's campaign and the 5 bullet points. Now we're going to be interviewing Nick shortly. We're going to be interviewing Howard Cox shortly. We're going to be interviewing Sarah White shortly. We're also going to be interviewing the national director, Richard Thompson. We're going to be interviewing everyone, including Ben HABIB at the very end. So tune in, folks. Stay with us. Stay with us. Just show them around.
When we go around, it's very well.
It's so sincere, isn't it? Yeah. So it's what you want in a leader, right? He's honest. It's one thing that you get from him. He's good, honestly. I just would urge everybody to get behind the March UK because they are the only party that's going to save this country. Sorry.
Yeah, if you want to know, I'll give you the right at the back of the arm, the neck, please, right there's the number, and then,
How long is it? Right, there's the ball there at the back for knocking.
Well, I'm actually from anywhere, so I've got a which I love, and when people
it's probably a bit.
it's not there.
And then just a bit far out. If you want to put it to sat down. I mean, I'm real man.
Well, if you're in the car park, you can take my car.
So where's section?
do you want to leave that with me? If you want to leave it. Oh, those are the older leaflets, so we're using the new leaflets today. We're going to go to them.
Don't do where we did last time. We get Jeff again.
Okay to be on camera? Yes. You don't mind? Alright, perfect. So let me just grab this. Nick. Yeah, let me just grab this from you. Okay, cool. So we got a couple of people who have turned up to come help out with the campaign here at Advance UK. Now, what's your name, folks? Why you guys are here today?
My name's Brian McMenemy. I'm here to support Nick Butler's campaign.
Just 2 seconds. Let me grab a stick here. Yeah, so you guys can just hold it. So, yourself, where you coming from? Why are you here?
I thought I was a bit bad coming, not being from round here, but I'm from 5 miles down the road.
Oh, so,
I've worked here before.
So he's a local, yeah? He meant to be here, alright?
I'm from Scotland.
Scotland? That's a big journey. And tell me, because to make that journey, I'm not sure when you got here, mate. If you traveled this morning, you must have woken up so early.
Yeah.
Now tell me, where's the passion coming from for you to get here today? And why is it so important?
Myself and my wife, members of myself and my wife are members of Advance UK in Scotland. And my wife has volunteered and she's been really helping. So we left Scotland this morning at 5 AM and got here about 10 AM.
Wow, so that's a lot of driving, or maybe a train ride. It must be something, this party must be so close to you. It's not just about volunteering. It's not just about like, hey, it's a Saturday, let me go outside. why is it so important for you to get on that ride or to get on that train to be here today to campaign for Nick Bond?
It's his policies and approach. As well about reading about him, he's a local man, and he's actually set out his 5-point action plan, which he can actually achieve. It's not pie in the sky what a lot of politicians quote, like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. He's quoted. This is especially that he's inquiring into the rape gangs. It's something he can do locally. He's going to donate his own money to do it. This is something every politician should be looking at.
Right, but what about yourself? So, I mean, I know you're a bit local. I know it's just a little, wake up in the bed and get here. But
not quite like you. We had to stand half an hour in Manchester because they rerouted buses for a march.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't actually bother to tell anyone.
Right, so you're here today. I don't know, because every single person has their own reason why they're here today. What's yours?
Save the country.
Save the country from who?
Well, Nick's the only local person here. I've knocked on doors for a couple of days. No one's heard of Advance because it's been blacked out by the national media, and that's disgraceful because he's the only local bloke, born here, school here, runs charities here. Right. All the others, some are foreign, some are just dropped in from London. Great, but you don't know anything about locals. Yeah. You'll never see them if they get voted in. Maybe once or twice a year. Yeah. As I've said on the doorstep, you wander around the shops here, you bump into him, whether you vote for him or not. Yeah. He lives around here. Yeah. His family around here.
Yeah. So you mentioned you want to save the country. From whom?
You can hear about it as much as you want. Last year, January the 2nd, one of the days in June or July, I saw young girls getting into cars, large bearded Asian men using the channel and driven off with their gang rape. You can hear about it as much as you want. Actually see it happen.
So you've seen it happening yourself?
3 times last year.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, how would you
right when it's a few hundred yards from the police station, they've got cameras everywhere, you know they can see it.
So that's why you're trying, that's the reason why you're trying to save the country, because that's the people you want to save it from, is that, or maybe the ideology you want to take
Well, I didn't realise until a couple of years ago, I'm actually in the game. My niece just went out and became promiscuous. You know, when she was 14, she was gang raped by Pakistani taxi drivers in the north. So except we didn't have really gangs in them days. She was just thought of as a slag, and she's been had mental and physical problems for the last 50 years. So this has been going on since at least the 70s.
Since the 70s?
This was 1975.
So how does that make you...
I didn't know about it then, we just thought, oh, she just went off the rails.
Right, so how does it make you feel to know that Nick has a lot of passion for the grenade and how to tackle it as well, has his own plan, the 5-point
Any
plan?
human being should have passion for it. Nick actually has got a big mouth. He'll say common sense. 80% of the people in the country believe it. They're just the ones that are kept in the media. I mean, we used to apologise for almost everything we're saying here. We go, oh, should we say that? Keep the weight of the voice. No, it's time. We have to say things. You have to. If you're in a job and you say to someone, you treat somebody horribly and go, oh, well, it's a duty, it's not my job. Yeah, I know you're risking your job. People have got to start standing up and going, this is wrong, it's inhuman. Start taking personal you understand that. We didn't have any rights when I was young. Never heard of any rights. We only ever heard rights and responsibilities. You never said the word, oh, you've got rights. You said you've got rights and responsibilities. What responsibilities? Everyone's screaming, oh, my rights. Responsibilities. No, you hit pedestrians. It's your fault. But they've got headphones on, they're staring at the phone, they walk into a road. Where's their responsibility not to be idiots?
But then that depends if it's a zebra crossing.
Oh no, zebra crossing is completely different. I'm talking about just walking into a road.
Alright, yeah, you gotta give more information on that.
I hit somebody on my push bike because I was going down a cycle track and he walked along and just stepped into the road.
Yeah, definitely have to take accountability.
Potentially deadly situation, which is just being outside your house. You don't want to be done. You just not to get hurt.
Now, anything else that you'd like to see? Well, you know, because we've got a couple of days left until we see the results. Now, the national polls are pointing Nick Botley like very, very good. Well, at the very start, he wasn't even there. Now he's climbing up, but then still not pointing. They're still not pointing him on the BBC debate. They're still not bringing him on the Manchester News evening, hosting. They keep him out. Why do you think that is, and what do you expect the next couple of days to come during this campaign?
Well, I don't expect that to change. Also, that agenda against Nick, the messaging coming out is upsetting the establishment, so we're not letting them on into the media. However, there may be a bit more buzz later on when Ben Habib shows up here. He's showing up here approximately 2 o'clock this afternoon, middle of the party, so hopefully that'll create a bit of buzz. But it's more important that people in the street, talking to people, engaging with people, letting them know what Nick Botley stands for. If enough people can do that, hopefully it can get them more support in the polls.
Right, makes sense. Thank you so much for speaking with me here. I'm going to grab more. Grab a couple of people because I know there's
Watch Baraka.
What'd you say?
Watch Baraka.
Thank you so much, sir. Oh, everybody.
Local lad.
Local lad. All right. Folks, I wanted to talk to everybody. It seems like they're all gone now. They're gone canvassing, but we're going to try to grab as many people as we can here. You first. How you doing, sir?
Fantastic. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good lad.
Why are you here today? It looks like you're dressed up for the weather. You're ready to go.
It's chilly, you're not dressed up for it. You're looking a bit smart, aren't you? You're trying to impress. I'm just here to support Nick, a local chap. He's done local, good for the area, put his own money where his mouth is. He's the only chap running for local issues. It's self-explanatory.
Have you been canvassing?
I have been canvassing.
How's the response from the people so far? Have you noticed what are the gauges like?
Quite good. Like you say, there's been a lot of canvassing going on because a lot of them are pushing for regional concerns.
Right.
Nick's the only one who's pushing for local concerns. That's what it's about. Yeah, but it's local concerns. But unfortunately, Nick hasn't had the coverage from the mainstream media like everyone else has. So he's a bit of an underdog under that aspect. Like Manchester Evening News didn't post him, which I thought was absolutely disgusting for a local man who's got to be charity. So yeah, I'm just here to support Nick.
Why is that? Why is that even happening as well? Because not only the Manchester News hosting did not invite him or did not include him, we only got to know that Nick is not there. But there's many other.
It's mainstream media for you. That's all I can say.
There's many other news outlets who are not even including his name.
I know. I watched that posting and I watched it, and Nick would have wiped the floor with all of them within 5 minutes. They were all talking off the hymn sheet of the party what they're going to do nationally, and it's not about national concerns. This is a local election. So it baffles me why they didn't have him on. And it's just corrupt.
You think it's corrupt?
Oh, very much so. It's self-explanatory. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to work out if you've got a local man who's been awarded by the Queen, put his own money in charities for local areas, spent all his life around here, and they don't support him, the local paper. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
The main thing is trying to get Nick as many votes.
This is the question here, because now, I want to go back to the streets, yeah? Obviously, you're going to be there, you've been campaigning, so could you tell us more from the people at home? What's the feedback that they're giving you guys? What is the concern, when it comes to Nick's campaign? Are they connecting with it? Where is their heart at?
A little bit of immigration. To tell you the truth, because there's been so much input about this election from different parties, I got a feeling that most of the public were a bit fed up with it. Getting swamped, and it's all people. They're trying to support parties for national values, but Nick's doing it for local values. So I got the feeling that they're a little bit fed up because they're getting really heavily swamped with everybody. Trying to promote the party on a bigger scale. And Advance and Nick, the local chap. So he's the only genuine candidate around this area. So that's the impression I got, that people are like, not another one. Yeah, because they all know that they're all not sincere. And Nick's the only sincere one. And we've been not being in the mainstream media and have the coverage. is the underdog, which is really sad because he's the only man who'll do any good for
That makes sense. Now I want to bring this one. This one is very important because when I was doing the research to see which horse is spending a lot of money when it comes to campaigning, elections and stuff, we have multiple people that you are campaigning. You are multiple parties that your party is campaigning with, is campaigning against, or with, campaigning, trying to stop whatever you want to call it. These guys are investing millions and millions of pounds into these campaigns. Now, right now, as we're standing here, we can see a bus, a huge bus. It costs hundreds of pounds to keep that going for hours.
Exactly.
Right, to keep the employees spinning around. They're spending millions of pounds on this campaign. Now, do you think that gives them a competitive edge when it comes to actually getting the people at home to see them?
Very much so. Yeah, very much so.
And do you think Advance UK still has maybe a way to get through?
Only through events like this. Right. And like I say, a lot of people get a lot of the news from tea time news and mainstream media.
And that's when Advance UK is not being covered.
They're not getting covered. Which is just...
Doesn't that break the electoral commission in a setting, when it comes to campaign elections?
That's the way it is. That's the way you do it. It's unfortunate. Yeah. This is just the way things are. But I just wish that the local people would vote for a local man who's going to actually make a difference in their area. It's self-explanatory. He's put his money where his mouth is. He's walked around the streets. He actually cares about his community. None of the other campaigners, you'll never see him again. And I'm not just saying that.
It's your actual island.
Makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Makes sense. It looks like a lot of people are waiting for you to run.
Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of
I'm going to win some hearts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. As you hear, the people have been campaigning for a while. They understand what's going on in the area. Now we're just getting started here, so we're gonna get a couple of people on the stream. So hold on with us here.
It is. It comes with many problems. But you missed a bit. You missed a bit.
Yes, I'll be back.
I don't know. We'll see how it develops. It's a new party. We still waiting the new party. He's never registered yet. So they can't even compete. No. We'll see how, once they're registered.
I think that's our best advert so far. Should we all go and stand in front of it with our picture taken?
The empty bowl. It's a bit frugal with the photos. He's done a lot.
He's done a lot of work. I can't just discredit him because a couple of people are saying random stuff. Trying to merge in with his party, because he doesn't choose all the guys to represent.
And he's bringing out an ugly side. It's more ethno-nationalists, white one people coming out for the
Get on the bus,
even more so now.
So I just said to me,
I can get this up yesterday.
Right now?
Well, the thing that worries me is there is the advanced members losing the Democratic voice.
All right, let's get this.
And
Do you want to be on camera and talk?
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. So let me just ping this. Look at that. You want to show what's going on? It wasn't even connected this whole time. Yeah, it's fine now. Testing. All right, perfect, folks. You can see here we got what's this? We got Reform Bus And then of course just around here we also have the tent here. Now we're gonna talk to a man here who has a lot to share with you guys at home. Now talk to us. What's your name and where you coming from?
Kieran, and I live in Liverpool.
Liverpool. So you're not far away. You're still local, right? You're still,
Oh, localish, yeah.
yeah, you're still local. You're not far away. Now, you was just talking to me about Restore Britain and Advance UK potential merger, and you feel like if the merger does happen, the Advance UK members will lose the democratic thing that they've been fighting for.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is a concern to have, and why do you think that concern needs to, questions needs to be raised about it?
Well, the whole initial reason I joined Advance was I felt that I could have a voice.
Right.
Now, I like the democratic setup.
Right.
I like the college.
Right.
I don't want to see the college disappear because it can hold Ben to account and anybody else.
Yeah, everyone, yeah.
Yeah, and it's. I feel if Ben disappeared off the face of Earth tomorrow, Advance can carry on.
Yeah, yeah.
If Rupert disappears, I think that's then finished. I've got a lot of respect for Rupert and what he's done, but I just don't like the undemocratic way they seem to be set up.
But a lot of people are saying that Rupert is the man, you should just trust the plan and Rupert is going to get it done. Do you not feel like you should trust the plan as well? Like, a lot of people are saying that. And also a lot of people are asking questions like, hey, do we really need a democratic system? We just want to get it done?
Well, they said the same thing about Nigel. Nigel's the man.
Right.
Follow the plan.
Right.
Nigel has turned at every corner possible. I don't think he knows what the plan is anymore.
Are you suggesting that Rupert might turn like Nigel, or
I'm worried that he will be a one-man party dictator.
Right. Rupert, you mean?
Rupert, yeah.
Right.
Although, I chipped in to support the inquiry.
Yeah.
100% behind him in that respect.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense. So you are a member of the college, are you?
No, I'm not a member.
But you like the existence of the college itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. No, but you are obviously a advanced UK member, right?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just a supporter, right? And what would be the advantage that a merger would bring?
Well, the only advantage I could see at the moment is, all right, it would make us a bigger party.
Right.
But the only merger I would like to see is if they had decide between Ben and Rupert that they will stand for certain seats. So staying totally independent, but having an agreement. So literally, they could share power. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now a lot of people have a lot of concerns about the merger. What sort of deal would it be? Because of course the merger would be a deal. It's not because Rupert told Advanced UK supporters that they're welcome to join like just normal people. Just join, sign up, and join.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned that Ben HABIB should also just join, meaning they should just just join like normal guys will join.
Yeah.
Is that something that is that something that you're favor with? They can just join, meaning you're just joining the system, not bringing what you already have within the system for it to be mixed together.
To me, it appears to be just a token gesture.
Right.
Now, what I can't understand, and most people are, I would think, frustrated at, is Rupert's not been totally honest, whereas Ben, he's been honest from the day one that I came across him.
What do you mean by that? He hasn't been honest.
Well, he's offered his hand in friendship now for probably God knows how many months.
Right.
He's offered before they decided Restore would go as a party. He's had the invite. I can't see an awful lot between the policies. It's the democracy that bothers me.
So you think everything is good to join and all the advantages there, but it's just the democracy. You want something there, meaning if something was to happen to Rupert, or if Rupert changed the course, you can actually fight a way to keep him on the same direction, right?
Possibly,
Okay.
but for me, I'd be quite happy if Ben stayed independent.
So you'll be happy if no merger happens?
Yeah, I would be happy.
Why would that help advance UK?
Because we can stick to our democratic principles.
Okay, right.
I feel like I've got a voice in advance.
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to have a voice in Restore. At the moment, Rupert's got more answers to give, and he's not very forthcoming. You know?
Right. Okay. I mean, you know, the best. You know, we're just gonna let time will fix itself, and
kind of in a way, yeah.
As they say, the devil is in the detail right now.
Yeah.
We don't have the details, so the devil is probably hiding somewhere.
Oh yeah.
We won't know until obviously those details, come out.
Well,
in light
you've also got loads of local politicians who jump in left, right, and centre out of Reform into Restore, into Advance. You know, Ben's picking up local councillors all the time, but Rupert's got a bigger national profile. You know, that's one thing that's, I'd say he's got going for him.
Why do you think? Because I was sitting on this. I was literally sitting on this, and I think the viewers at home, or people who support Advance UK, probably have this concern too. When you see on Twitter when Ben HABIB makes a tweet, it gets a couple impressions. But when Rupert makes a tweet, it could be the same thing, but his Twitter account just blows up.
Oh yeah.
Do you think there's anything going on behind the scene when it comes to Twitter? Doing some jobs, behind the scene. I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm not,
because both of them had. Rupert didn't have. The last 1 year, his following grew so fast. They were basically kind of the same. They had the same following with Ben HABIB, but his grew. Even though they both were posting. Do you think Rupert being an MP gives him a huge advantage in terms of getting the views and gain the supporters, or do you think it's just like how he communicates with people?
The advantage, the big advantage I see is Rupert stands up in the House of Commons practically on a weekly basis. You'll see him in some committee questioning, people that work inside government, about the grooming gang inquiry, about freedom of information. I think he's tabled hundreds of motions, or requested loads and loads of information to try and get the truth out. And I think that's where he scores heavily.
Right, makes sense. Thank you so much for talking with me here. I'm gonna grab you again. Don't go away.
I'm going to hang around for
You're going to
a
hang
while.
around?
Yeah, I want to see Ben.
You want to see Ben?
Yeah.
So we're going to be here till the very end, folks. Stay with me here. Grab yourself a cup of tea. Grab yourself some food. We're going to talk to everybody around here.
Are you live streaming at the
We're
moment?
live streaming right now, so everything that you've said is being received by the people at home.
Oh!
That's right. Well, thank you so much. I'll just grab that away.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Appreciate it. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Pleasure talking to you too. How you doing? You alright? Great stuff. Now, I'm gonna grab Howard Cock very soon. Stay with me here. Stay with us. But before I do that, I need a drink. I need a freaking drink, folks. Do this. I'm gonna try to get myself a drink. Let's see if they allow me. You can grab a drink, right? How you doing? You alright? You're allowed, right?
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Nice
How you
to
doing?
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
How you doing? You alright?
I was watching you last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy his performance? He did really well, right? Richard Thompson, it was live yesterday.
That's right. Yeah.
He did well, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
great
you
stuff.
always do all right as well.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
we
it.
need you on the getting out there and selling it as it is. We don't get on the MSM.
Exactly. The total black, they're not even inviting none of you guys. It's quite sad. It looks like they've all picked an allegiance to some party. I can't really mention, but it looks like
We know.
Yeah, it looks like the media have picked their side and they've decided which people they'll have on.
Well, that's for time immemorial, isn't it? We've always done that. What can we do? Like, that's what we've been. Where is he not on the hustings?
Exactly. We're gonna have to do some guerrilla tactics, I guess. But good to see you. How you doing? You alright? You alright?
Are you a reporter?
Yeah, journalists. We're reporting here on what's going on here. I'm assuming you're also reporting as well.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Just doing some video interviews.
Great stuff. We're live right now. Hold on. What's the people saying? Okay. Oh, Howard, I think we need to grab you now. I think it's your time now. You ready? Howard, you ready?
Do you want to do it?
Yeah. Just, you want to go over there?
With the sun.
Yeah, where the sun. Do you want to sit down? Do you want to go and sit down, or you want to stand
there with a gin and tonic, you know?
Yeah. let me clip this on you.
Yeah.
So. Oh God. Great stuff. I think that's fine. Let's put this. So here's what you can do. Instead of holding, let's make this. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, good idea.
You can just do it like this. You can just control it, right?
Sarah is a true legend.
Just control it, okay? All right, folks. All right, we're live, folks. We're here with the main man. I don't know if you guys know this person. I mean, this is you see when you have a machine, right? You need the oil to make it spin smooth. And this is the guy behind the scene making it spin smooth. Talk to me, how you doing? You all right?
I'm fine, thank you for having me on. I've been running a campaign for 15 years called Fairfield UK.
Right.
And you know, we've managed to keep fuel duty frozen, but we're still the highest tax drivers in the world. But you imagine what would have been if I hadn't been doing that. But
yeah, you've been keeping it smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
And I've got into politics in the last sort of 5 or 6 years, simply because of the success of the campaign. Nigel Farage and Richard Tice asked me to stand for London Mayor, and I think that's where we first met.
That's
all those years ago. And unfortunately, I didn't do very well with that. But it's not surprising because I got no support from Reform.
You spoke to me about that you received no support, and that led to obviously your exile or so.
Well, the main reason is because on a Dan Wootton show, I was asked a question about a certain person called Tommy Robinson.
When that was the freedom of speech, that's
Exactly.
the reason why you left. Now, there's a lot of things to dive in. I'm looking at all this. I'm thinking, which one should we go first? I think let's go dive into the first, freedom of speech. Obviously, you left Advanced. Sorry,
No, I'm with Advance now.
Reform UK. You left Reform UK due to obviously freedom of speech. They did, they were trying to gag you.
Yeah.
You couldn't say this. You couldn't do this. You couldn't take a picture with that person. Blah blah blah. Now you've obviously joined now Advance UK. What does Advance UK allow you to say, or let you say, or not control you that Reform UK will constantly on you?
Well, after that fallout with Nigel and Richard, I decided, because they threatened me with expulsion because of my support for Tommy, and I visited Tommy in prison when he was in solitary as well, so I learnt about the man, everything, and the guy is truly inspirational. You don't have to love him or like him or anything like that, but what he's doing for the child rape gangs issue is fantastic.
Right.
Now, what I was really upset about it, exactly what you said, the freedom of speech. I was being gagged.
Right.
But Ben HABIB, who he also was thrown out, bear in mind the Reform.
Oh yeah.
He left because the party wasn't democratic. That's the main reason why he left it.
Yeah.
But he approached me and said, "Come on, join with me in the party." And I said, "Yeah, okay, but I'm not going to be gagged." And he said, "You're not going to be gagged. You can say what you want."
Did you actually ask him, "I'm not going to be gagged"?
Well, I said to him, but he knew that I wouldn't put him in a situation where he would have had to defend something I said.
Right.
Because we both want the same things. You know, sovereignty for our shores. We want, you know, freedom under the law.
All democratic system. Yeah.
All of those things. The word democracy is flowing through Advance UK. It's not through any of the other parties.
Yeah, I just spoke to a gentleman there who was saying that he feels like in Advance UK he has a voice. Whatever concern he has, there's somebody to go to tell, and something will be done about it. And that's something that a lot of parties are lacking. And that's the reason why, of course, you guys left Reform UK, because there was one man who was dictating anything and everything that was going on within the
Reform
party.
is a dictatorship, and I'm now on the College of Advance UK. And what other leader in any political party would set up a mechanism to get rid of him?
Yeah.
It's called the College. We have to scrutinise not only him as leadership, because if he doesn't perform, we can throw him out.
Yeah.
The College can do that. And also the College is there to produce policies by talking to the grassroots. So we are creating policy ground upwards, not top down.
Right, oh yeah, so it's not just coming, it's not just maybe a Benhabib might have a good shower, comes up with a good idea and says, yeah, we're going to do this. But it's rather you guys will come up with the idea, and then you guys will talk to it with each other, and it will just go up.
Well, the major issue, he'd have to present that to the college, and the college have to approve it. And then once we get to we're very early. We're 2 or 3 years away from a general election.
Right.
We've launched one policy, or in fact it's two. It's the immigration and culture. I think you were there at the Emmanuel Centre.
Yeah.
You saw the actual wonderful feeling people had about that policy.
Yeah, everybody
it wasn't a racist policy. It was about everyone's welcome in this country. Absolutely everyone, if they contribute to the society, whether it's the economy or social cohesion. They don't bring some idealistic approach in terms of politics. But what I'm afraid Reform are doing, I mean, I stood for Reform in 2 elections. I came second down in Dover in the general election. I got 24% of the vote. If we had another 3 or 4 weeks, I might have been an MP. To cut a long story short, unfortunately, Reform has moved away from where I stand. I've not moved my political feelings, nor has Ben.
And why did they move? I don't want to stick. I don't want to do a little bit of. I don't want to talk too much about Reform.
I agree.
It was important that we let the people at home know that you're not a guy who's just jumping ship. But why did what changed about Reform that made you think like, they're leaving me behind?
Well, there's 2 things. Fundamentally, Reform have got to a situation where they want to be the next Tory party.
Right.
And we can see that by the number of Tory defectors that moved over to them. And they are moving further and further centralist, even to the extent that some policies, they're even slightly left of centre. My policies, where I stand on my politics, has always been Thatcherite. Right. I've been a Thatcher. I'm an old git. I'm 71. You're a young man, good-looking young man like you.
Thank you. I'm growing.
Oh, you're and keep growing. Keep growing.
Hope I can catch up, but your physics says no.
Well, I just hope that what I'm doing and what Ben's doing is going to leave a world for you that's going to be prosperous and safe. Those are the 2 things that matter to me. I've got children. I've got family. I should be tending my petunias, my daffodils at the moment at my age. But I'm so angry at what's happening to our country, and that's what Reform promised, but I'm afraid Reform have moved away from that, and Ben Habib's not moved, and that's why I support Ben Habib. And today here in Gorton and Denton, I'm supporting Nick Buckley.
Right, Nick Buckley. Right. The past couple of days, you've been online.
Yeah.
I think I've been online, right? I sleep online, to be fair.
I was going to say.
Now, a lot of confusion has been going on, a lot of smoke. New party just got launched. Some people don't know what's going on. A man made a video, he spoke about merge. We don't know what's going on. Is there going to be a merge? Now, of course, you are, and obviously that man who I'm talking about goes by the name of Ben Habib. Now, he mentioned in that video that if there is going to be a merge, the college will have a say on what will go on. Now, of course, we are speaking to a member of the college right now. Talk to me. What's going on for the people at home to know?
Well, let's just go back one stage. I'm friends with Rupert Lowe.
Right.
And I joined his movement. I mean, that's the point. Now, Ben and him, last year, spoke about setting up a whatever it was, a party, a movement, whatever. Yeah. Ben supports a party because that's what, you don't vote for a movement, you vote for a party.
Yeah, exactly.
The movement, the idea, what Rupert has told me quite categorically, he wanted to bring all parties together in various things, and he's did that.
Yeah, with the movement, yeah.
Yeah, with the movement. But that's, now he recognises now, and I think it's a lot to do with so many Tories have moved over to Reform, people like Robert Jenrick. I think that's stimulated him to change it into a party. I still love Rupert Lowe. I was at his court case in the High Court on Monday.
Last week. I think this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, just
this week, yeah.
And because he's taking on the Parliamentary Standards Committee, which is basically grievances and complaints group, which he's fallen,
members,
and he's fallen foul of that.
Right.
And he was taking them on directly. I mean, Rupert is quite good with quite litigious. He's quite good at actually taking people to court.
Yeah, a lot of people say he has a lot of pass in winning when it comes to taking
he's
people
very good
to court.
and he's very practical. And I totally support him as a human being and what he's doing in Parliament. He's the most effective MP there is.
Yeah, you can tell.
But unfortunately, I'm concerned about some of the language that's coming out of Restore Britain in the last few days. And you know, I'm a member of the movement, but I'm seriously thinking of leaving the movement because I don't like some of the language, and I think he's being advised wrongly by people around him. And I hope he wakes up to that. Your question about the merger, sorry, you asked that.
Now we're going to go into that later on, but I want to specifically, this is the question that a lot of people have been asking me. Barak, you're able to ask these guys questions. Asked about this. The merger was the top issue when it comes to not just the people in Advance, but also the people in Restore Britain as well. Talk to me about the merger. What is going on inside Advance UK?
I mean, Ben and Rupert have been talking for a long time, but Rupert's made it quite clear he's not going to merge with us. He wants to run the show.
Right.
He wants it on his terms. And you know, he doesn't like the idea of the college, and I think there's some personnel issues within Advance UK he's not happy with. So I think you'll find he hasn't shut the door on a merger, but not now.
Right.
I think perhaps in 18 months, 2 years' time, nearer the general election, I think we could come together. And I think there'll be a lot of political parties on the right, because there's too many on the right. And I hate using that phrase, splitting the vote, because I don't believe in it. I think it's arrogant to say voters don't have a choice. They should vote on what they want, not what they're scared of.
Yeah, true.
And so, yeah, the merger is not going to happen in the short term, but I believe something's going to happen in the future. And you know, Ben will be coming up to Nick Buckley's event here today, and you should ask him these questions.
Yeah, of course. Now, you just said something very stuck in my mind just then. You said you're considering leaving the Restore movement. Why? Obviously, you mentioned the language. What is it that's going on that people are saying, or maybe the attitude that people are expressing that is making you start considering leaving it?
I joined Restore Movement on the same day as Ben did, you know, when we launched Advance UK on June the 30th of last year.
Yeah.
You know, I was there with them, no problem at all. But in our constitution, you can't belong to two parties.
Right. Yeah.
And that's right. I think you can't have divided loyalties. So, but in terms of Restore Britain, I believe in the principle of what he was trying to do, and I totally support his rape gang inquiry. He's been brilliant in that sort of thing. But I do not like some of the language I'm seeing in social media. I know some of the people that surround him. You know, the average age of the people I think advising Rupert is about 28, 29. Most of them are academics or graduates or things like that. They haven't really held a big job or something like that. Good people, brains are the size of planets they are. They're very clever people. But I just think this whole attitude to the fact is that they want to get rid of virtually everyone who's effectively, quotes, foreign. I don't believe in that. I believe, and like Ben believes, if you contribute to the economy, you contribute to society, you can stay here, and that should be left that way. And if you're British and already British, you stay here.
Right.
And that, obviously, one thing Nigel lied about what Rupert said, because he said to me, I think it was a speech a sweet Nigel made, that they had to get rid of him, and they're glad they did, because he kept saying mass deportation for all communities. He didn't say that. What he said, it's mass deportation for those who are aware of people in their family who've committed rape and attacked kids.
Yeah.
Yes, if they knew that, they've got to go.
Yeah.
I support that. But it's been enlarged, I'm afraid. It's going to get worse, I think.
It looks like the language is so blurry now.
It is, and we've got to. And Rupert's got to clarify that and make sure his team around him are also saying the same thing. I've got a lot of respect for a lot of the people there, but I'm afraid I don't like the language.
Yeah, the language of not only deporting anyone, obviously I think you and I agree that if anyone who walks into this country illegally, they gotta go.
Yeah.
If somebody who's out there wanting to hurt us, in a sense, where he's out there looking for young girls, he's a criminal already, they need to go. All these sort of problems that we shouldn't have here, where they should be somewhere else, they should go. But the idea of somebody who does not share the same idea as you, or somebody who quote unquote hates our way of life, that's a little bit blurry. What do you mean way of life?
Well, it's
because because the way you live in your house is totally different. The way you probably walk is probably totally different than somebody else. So whose ideas are we gonna adopt that says, hey, this is the way we're gonna go? Anyone who doesn't do this needs to go home. Those language are kind of blurry. And when you see young people who go on TV and say, like, everyone's gonna go, and then when you look on Twitter, it's more like they're coming out for every single reporter who's who's coloured or who's maybe not born here.
It's nothing about the colour of skin,
it's
the
crazy,
gender,
right?
what your propensity to do anything. I've got a good friend, perhaps it's not a good friend because I use his taxi service quite a lot, who happens to be a Muslim.
Yeah.
And he's got about 12 cabbies working for him.
Yeah.
He works his butt off, he's probably 12 hours a day he's working, he's always doing things, he pays his taxis, he contributes, he's got a great family, they go to school with some friends of mine, nieces and nephews and things like that. They're wonderful people. They contribute to community. They all speak English.
Yeah.
They all that sort of thing. They don't shut themselves into some enclave.
Right.
That sort of thing. And that's you're right. In my house, I'm afraid. I'm an agnostic, which means I'm not. I follow the Christian faith, but I follow Christian values.
Right.
And that's the difference.
Right, yeah.
I still don't believe there's some God sitting on a cloud up there looking down at us. I'm sorry to upset some people who's saying that.
But they say if you're not Christian, you are quote unquote, well, not Rupert Lowe saying this, I'm saying the people who are working with Rupert Lowe say if you're not Christian, you are less British.
Well, that means they've got to expel me then, because I'm agnostic. And that's the point.
Well, this is the fight. This is the thing that I'm asking you because obviously you are out there, involved within policies and stuff, and obviously they've released their mass deportation. Yeah, I think 2 nights ago I was literally reading it with my team. I'm trying to understand what the fuck is going on here. Sorry for the language. What is going on here?
I share that.
Yeah, and they say they're gonna make anyone who they want to deport, but they can't deport. They're gonna make their life quote unquote unbearable, so they have to leave. Did you read that part?
No,
I think you did.
Maybe I did, but I mean, we obviously read the same posts.
Yeah, the same. Like no, I'm talking about the whole 113 pages mass deportation thing.
Oh, I did read that. Yes, I did.
Some stance, I'm like, okay, that is okay. Yep, he came here illegally, he has to go. Oh yeah, he's a foreign criminal. Yeah, he has to go. But when you can't deport him because there's a lot of good reason why he has to be here, and then you say you're gonna make his life so hard that he's gonna have to leave. What would that entail for you to make that person's life so hard for him to leave? And I'm asking you this because, of course, you are involved in making policies. What sort of policies would they have to bring in? Not that I want you to speak for them, but I just want, because I'm sure the viewers at home will probably want a little bit clarification for somebody like yourself who has been on the top and who is currently right now developing policies. How would that look like?
It's very simple. The policy, we've already got this policy. If you do not contribute to our country, if you do not, irrespective, even if you're white, and bear in mind, being white and male in this country is a bit of a negative thing at the moment as well. There's all those sorts of things. But honestly, if you contribute, if you don't just come here just for the money and the benefits, the hotels and all those sorts of things.
I'm just looking at the questions,
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Sorry, I thought you were talking to your stockbroker.
No.
And I repeat, everything about it is that there's racism and there's actually wanting to get rid of people that aren't helping or contributing. Most of the problems we have got, and I agree with Jim Radcliffe, we are being colonised. And I felt sorry
for Man United,
one of the richest people in this country. And he was making the point which everyone I talk to is worried about the fact our population in this country is, we can't sustain it.
It's going so fast, so fast, so quick.
It's all that sort of thing. So in answer to your question, I'm not going to preempt our full finished policy, but we did launch it last week, and we've got a particular green list whereby people coming in from America, most of the EU, Australia and those sorts of places, you're welcome.
Yeah. Is this, because some people were saying, not me, of course, some people were saying online, obviously after that thing was released, I think it was about culture, immigration, visa and family, right? That was in 2 weeks ago, I believe, in London. And some people said that these draft, and when it comes to those countries, the green countries, some people were saying that that's a racist way to go around because the countries are only considered, those countries are white countries. There was not like Kenya, there was not Nigeria, there was
Well,
not
it's
India
interesting
or
you bring up-
Pakistan.
you bring-
But it's important that obviously I want to let you. But these are Twitter people, so these, I can't even remember who.
Well,
but these stuff that was said online.
Already, that one you listened to 2 weeks ago has already been had changes and things like that because that was a draft policy which has come up, and you know.
Oh, so it's being developed as
Yeah,
we
and
speak.
there's lots
Oh, okay, so it's not the final product.
No. What Ben's always saying is on the day he walks into number 10, then the first day standing at the dispatch box, he's going to slam down our manifesto because we've got the mandate for it.
Yeah.
It's a true, agreed, grassroots, driven from the ground upwards policies. And as far as I'm concerned, all that matters to me is that we have people in this country that help this country.
Right.
We're not people are coming here just for the good life. You know, we all know that. I mean, I go to Crowborough marches virtually every Sunday.
Cool.
And you know what's happening down there.
It's insane what's going on down
And
there.
it's happening across the country.
Yeah, everywhere.
And people are generally worried and scared. And these are decent, honest people. They contribute, they pay their taxes, their kids go to school. They're not letting their kids go to school down there now because they're scared of being attacked.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's getting very dangerous.
So
over
in
there.
answer to your question, it's very simple. Watch this space, but we will evolve. If we haven't got something right, we'll make sure we got it right.
Right. And it's important that you got the college, you got the system, that the people at the bottom, well, should I say the people at the bottom? the real people actually give their feedback and it gets heard.
Absolutely.
And makes sense. Now I want to go back to Advance UK because I want today to be a day of clarification where everything is no blurring line, no little all these legal languages, nothing. What's the roadmap for Advance UK today? Now, forget everything that has just happened. Forget all the launches that took place last week. What is going on from Advance UK?
Well, Advance UK is building its structure across the country. We've got regional directors, we've got our national director here, to get Richard Thompson, and all these sorts of things that are happening now are to build the party up ready for a general election. We're not ready now. I've said that many times to people. We won't be ready for a bit. We've got May the 7th, the council elections coming up. We won't be ready for those. But there's a lot of councillors coming over to us already because they're fed up with reform, most of them, and even some Tories are coming over to us, I understand. Our roadmap is very simple, is to keep building policy that people want and will support. Once you get to a situation where no one can disagree, bear in mind the mainstream media still ignore us.
Yeah, I see.
I've been cancelled. I used to be on GB News and Talk TV regularly with my campaigning for Fairfield UK. But because I supported Tommy Robinson, and firstly reform. It's interesting now, reform's everywhere. But when I was in reform, I wasn't spoken to then. It's funny how the media are terrible. But our roadmap's very simple. We are building policies, and that's what it's all about. These policies are absolutely going to be put together so forensically, so incredibly supported by the grassroots, and we won't actually put them out there to the media until they are agreed by the grassroots.
All right, makes sense. So there's not any slowdown in the party?
No, not whatsoever.
So you guys...
Well, you heard Rupert say that the both of us are going to continue ploughing our own furrows, as he used that expression in one of his videos.
Right.
Bearing in mind he's a farmer, so it's quite apt the way he said that. And we'll continue to do that, and we'll see where we are going to be in a year or two's time. We're not going to air each other's dirty linen in public and that sort of thing.
Right.
My only thing I will say in public, I'm concerned about some of the language coming out, which is what we've talked about.
Yeah, it's very scary, and we still wait for the clarification from his side to say, hey, I'm aligned with this or I'm not aligned with this, because of course right now we can only say these guys are saying this and they're also supporting this. So it's like, what's going on
Rupert's
here?
pretty good. I'm sure if you asked him, he would talk to you.
Yeah, we're still trying to get one of his guys. They have not responded to us. We've been trying to get Charlie Dowles, Connor, Leo, Tomlinson, all those guys.
Yeah.
Even Rupert himself, the team has been emailing. And yesterday as well, we even tried to reach out to them, tried to get them to come on a live show with obviously Richard here, but obviously none of them have responded. I hope this will be another prompt for them to come on. But again, we're here. It looks like
it's got a good day.
It looks like it's going to be a good day. Yes, that's right. Nick Butley's there.
And it's dry in Manchester. It's not raining.
They said it was going to rain today, 92%.
Yeah.
But hey, Manchester can pull another thing. You never know, right? In the next 2 minutes.
It's a hell of a pleasure meeting you. It really
Thank you
is
so
again.
much.
See you soon.
Good talking to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me just grab the mic.
Yep.
We're gonna talk to you very soon. We're here till like, how long? We're here till 4, 5?
I think they are.
3?
I've got to go because my daughter's just been rushed into hospital. So,
Oh no.
So
She good?
I don't know yet. My wife's there at the moment, but she's happy. As long as I'm there for tonight. You know.
Where you from?
South Kent. It took me 7 hours to drive here yesterday.
Yeah, that's you're gonna get there probably tomorrow or something. But,
Yeah, I know.
But thank
Well
you so
done,
much.
two.
Appreciate
What
you.
is your name?
How you doing? You alright?
See you all live a minute ago.
Oh, good to be here. Good to be here. All right. Unlock this. Just keep it like that. All right, folks. Do you guys have any questions? That's Howard Cox we just talked to. What a great guy. Great guy, to be fair. Great freaking guy. Just show here. Just leave it there. I'm gonna go talk to somebody. Don't talk here.
Yeah, I want to
Good choice.
Require what you like. If you smell it, you'll know it's a burner. It's not right for you. You'll know it's right. And you can smell it, can't you? You know. Try some of the
Drank him into bed.
It's my 5
I felt like dead, and they're supposed to get flights under. I should be because I'd already booked it, so I've cancelled that. And I'm like,
I have lots of best friends, but I'm telling you. She's not good to keep correct. Is that okay? Just say it.
no, I mean, through now.
Your work.
This is why I invited guests, because my daughter, when she's... And if you walk away now, that's okay. No, you know, I'd be okay with she that. was... She was basically all... Half the thing is because remember to do it.
Well,
so
I
it's easier
looked
just
at
not trying to do it.
I looked at it and I went,
Hello, sir. Can I introduce yourself?
so she said,
My mother was like an elephant. 5 years, and then she'll pop it out the drawer.
It was only about scoping it out. And I said, and who wants to know what you
Some people.
Anyway, when I say it to her now, she came out with no reason.
Oh, I think just laugh about it.
So because of it, I now follow.
You have to laugh about it. I think you laugh at yourself. No one's got it now. Do you agree?
I said to her, I said, why have you changed this? And she said, because no, and when you listen to them all about don't affirm it. So I inadvertently didn't affirm it. So there, she didn't go down the line.
Well, don't worry, my daughter knows all about autogate. She knows all about intercept. She knows all about, because I just went down a thing to find out all of it, and so that I could get them, because obviously they know all these ladies. I will do with a sailor to come with
What is he representing him?
Sorry?
What party is he representing? Both of them, say Labour, Conservative, UKIP.
Advance UK.
Eh?
Advance UK.
Oh, Advance UK.
Yeah.
You think you'd have it up, wouldn't you? Oh, that's rare, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Okay, what party is that? Advance,
Yeah,
in front of it,
Advance UK.
And it's a mess, this one, isn't it, really? All sorts of things. So where's he from, this Nicky? I'm a Jesuit person.
Yeah, he's local. He's really good looking because he's me. So I was born and raised in Gorton. My family still live in Denton.
Do you mind if I
Gorton.
get this on?
Do you mind being on camera, or would you rather
Yeah.
not be on camera?
You're right too.
He doesn't mind, so yeah. So yeah, I've worked up in Denton. I set a charity up 20 years ago. I used to work in Denton, Horton Green, across. Yeah. So across. Microphone, aren't they small these days?
So it was toffee.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm a local lad. I'm the only local candidate really. I've spent the last 20-30 years working across Manchester and Greater Manchester, doing charity work. I got an MBE off the Queen for the charity work I set up. Did a lot of work with the police, especially in the Gorton side. I used to go out with the police on a Friday night, making sure kids weren't getting up to mischief, making sure kids weren't getting dragged into crime. I've done a lot of work around the grooming gangs. I've stopped 15 girls and one boy being raped and abused, had paedophiles arrested. So I've done all that sort of work in the last 20-30 years for this area of Gorton and for Longsight in those places.
That's brilliant, that, yeah. I mean, I do want to change. Now I know your name. When it's next Thursday, is it?
It's this Thursday coming.
I haven't got me. When do you get your voting papers? I haven't got mine yet.
You should have had it by now.
I usually have. you know, I get it every year.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got every year. I think, to be quite honest, I might have a go
Yeah.
at you.
And
what you just said, yeah, I agree with everything.
And if you
said.
can't find your voting papers, you don't need it. As long as you've got your ID,
Yeah.
you can go to your normal polling station, give them your name and address, and you can still vote without that paper. You don't need that.
I get a voting paper, you know what you send through post?
Or ballots, the postal vote.
Yeah, postal vote, that's
Right.
it, yeah, I get one of them, yeah. Right, we'll keep up,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then what you also need to realise is I'm the only candidate who's talking about local issues. Everybody else is promising to fix the NHS, to close the borders, to tax the welfare. And to be fair, an MP can't do any of those things. Only governments can fix the NHS, and no one's done it in 50 years. My policies, if I'm elected, is all going to be local. So I'm going to be tackling knife crime in the area. I'm going to be launching on day one a local inquiry into the grooming gangs in this area. Because do you know that Tameside Council have said in their chamber, we don't have a problem with grooming gangs in Tameside. And do you know what? I reckon they do.
Of course they do.
They just don't want to know about it and look into it. I'm going to be looking into it. And if we find that former politicians or police officers or council staff have ignored it, been involved in it or covered it up, I'm going to name them people in Parliament. I'm going to stand up in Parliament and I'm going to read the names of the people who didn't do their job, who didn't protect our children. And we just need to start doing some of the basics.
I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, I like Angela Rayner, but what a mess she's got to things into, hasn't she? Trying to get things in there. I mean, I've tried honestly been a Labour man all my life, but now I'm looking at,
But
I will give you a vote this time. I'll promise that. I'll give you a vote this time.
Let me give you a leaflet.
When was that referendum?
Let me. They're my 5 promises. I can do with no extra money, with no new laws, with no help from the council. I can guarantee I can do all of them 5 things straight away, without promising the world. So. Excellent. Right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get that's why I've ignored it.
You won't be long.
You know the game.
We'll be in the summer and then it...
Yeah.
Again, it comes around so quick.
You make some great points. My criticism at all. Reform people too.
And then someone will be in every single chat and they'll say message every chat. You're like, oh no. I can't sometimes I just see just press the button and it just goes.
I'm not a religious person.
Primary school, I went to Stanley Grove, which is in Gorton, and secondary school, I went to Central High School for Boys, which is at Bellevue in Gorton. Central High School is gone now, in demolished. So Leisure Centre. Oh, right, yeah.
You have a
picked up many followers on YouTube lately. I can't believe the amount of work he's done in this last week. Every day I'm seeing like 3 or 4 videos a day. It's really good.
He's trying.
I don't believe any of the parts. The core of advanced UK is just fundamental based on Christian values. That's what they're from. And I don't reform away from the path they're taking.
Nick, I have no idea where you pass.
I mean, I think it's Duke Street. It's one of these that go around it.
Knowing councils will put me on it because it's how they make money. They make hundreds of thousands of years. If you go 1 or 2 streets backwards,
Yeah.
it is free parking down there.
Okay.
Because I parked 2 streets that way, free parking.
Okay, I'm on there.
Yeah. It's not worth getting a £40 ticket.
To be honest, when I pulled up, it's like fucking yeah, now
Is it? Yeah. A couple of streets down, you see some free parking, just park there.
usually very outside the corner.
Yeah.
I just want to get
Some of it is literally just on the walk down for 3 minutes. Through the lights, just keep walking straight there. Those 2 gents who left Maiden, they've left us to use for the rest of the week.
That's me a font, bro.
You want to do something with me?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
No, that's only for city centre. So yeah, so I text him to coming here today doing this, so you can't go to city centre for the man, so. And again, if he turns up, it might be 2 o'clock. I told him better be
All right, great, folks. How we doing? How we doing? Do I still have the charm, folks? Comment down below. Do I still have the charm? I still do, right? Now, I don't know if you guys have known this guy. I don't know if you've seen him around. He goes by the name of Nick Botley. He's out here, he's serious. He has a plan, 5 bullet point plan. And he's gonna talk to me about it. Nick, talk to me, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you for coming down today. Most of the candidates in this by-election are only talking about national issues.
Right.
We're going to save the NHS, we're going to stop the boats, we're going to tax the wealthy. But to be fair, an MP can't do any of those things.
Yeah,
only a government can do those things.
Correct.
So I'm avoiding national politics and I'm trying to talk about local politics. So I've got a 5-point plan that doesn't need any money, that doesn't need new laws, that doesn't need the council on board or parliament on board. 5 things I know I can do by myself as an MP with hard work, determination.
Right.
And it's these 5 things. Yeah. On day 1, if I'm elected, I'm going to launch a local inquiry into the grooming gang and child sexual abuse in this area.
That's right.
Because a local council in Tameside they've said this live in their chamber, we don't have an issue with grooming gangs. Well, how do you know that if you've never looked into it?
That's right, yes. It's like saying you don't have a mice in your house. You never looked for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm sure mice, obviously, they come out, they come show themselves, but yeah, that's a good one. But carry on.
So we're going to launch a local inquiry into the grooming gangs, and let's get to the truth. And if we discover former politicians, council staff or the police covered it up, took part or turned a blind eye, I'm personally going to name and shame those people in Parliament. I'll name names.
You're going to create a lot of enemy. I'm sure you're aware of that.
I'm aware and I don't care.
That's right.
You know, if we can't protect our children, then what good are we as men if we can't protect children?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's correct.
Second point will be knife crime. Every parent I speak to in this area, every parent's worried that their son won't come home again at night because
it's really
of knife crime.
out here, yeah.
It really is. It never used to be like. I'm a lot older than you. It never used to be like this.
Oh, so the knife crime that we're seeing right now wasn't like this when you were growing up?
No.
No?
We had knife crime problems in the 50s because we had gangs of teddy boys and rockers. That was the 1950s. But by the 60s, late 60s, all that was gone. I lived through the 70s and 80s and some of the 90s. Knife crime was non-existent in Manchester.
In the 80s?
In the 80s, non-existent. Criminals may have had a knife, but they would fight another criminal.
Oh, so it wouldn't be little children.
It wouldn't be
carrying
children,
knife,
no.
It wouldn't be like 17, 14
No.
year olds stabbing each other. Oh,
Exactly.
okay,
And nobody who wasn't a criminal was ever hurt because they were criminals against criminals.
They had principles, yeah. They were going against over criminals who identify within the group.
Yeah, so
they were
usually
not just criminals targeting civilians. Oh,
it was normally turf wars over drug dealing. That's what it would have been about. But as a normal person, had no worry about knife crime.
Right.
So I've been dealing with knife crime for 20 years. I've worked with the police. I advised Boris Johnson's government how to tackle knife crime. So what I will do is I will donate part of my salary as an MP to set up a youth project working on the streets in this area to tackle knife crime, to make sure kids are safe, to make sure kids know how to stay safe, so kids know how to walk away from dangerous situations, how they can make excuses not to get dragged into these arguments that lead to someone being stabbed. I will personally fund that.
Right, so you're going to donate half of your salary to that. So of course the salary, it will be what, 96,000?
£96,000.
So you'll be approximately donating what, 43?
It would be more like 20 grand. I can run this project on 20 grand.
20 grand, okay. Yeah, obviously that's obviously considering taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. Do you think that's enough to even touch a little bit at the top?
20 grand won't solve this problem completely, but it's a step in the right direction. It will also educate young people on the streets about how to stay safe. If I can put my money where my mouth is, maybe local businesses will start donating. Maybe we can run it 7 days a week. Right. And if I'm doing it, it gives me a lot more say with the police. So I can then say to the police, what are you doing about knife crime? I'm doing my bit, but we're giving you millions a year. What are you doing here? You're quite happy knocking on people's doors.
Could I get water, please? Sorry.
Talking about hurty words on Facebook. But how about the police doing more? So I'm going to hold the police more accountable as well. So yeah, you're right. 20 grand won't solve the problem completely, but we have to make a start somewhere. And at least I'm trying to make a start.
Yeah. So grooming gang, that's your 1 point.
Yeah.
And of course it's to knife crime.
Yeah.
And what's the other ones?
So point 3 will be the local councils. An MP has no say over the councils.
Right.
They're independent organisations, but what I can do is embarrass them.
Right.
So I'm going to set up a reporting hotline in my office where council staff can report to me anonymously wasted incompetence because they're wasting billions.
Yeah, a lot of money.
So if we can embarrass them, if I can embarrass them, again, embarrass them in Parliament as well, they'll change because they don't want that embarrassment. So if we can improve the councils, that improves local services.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, because obviously they want to remain in power.
In power, yeah.
So if they know you putting them on the spotlight will mean they're going to have to change to remain in power. They're going to have to change. And that will obviously result in having a clean bus seat. I was in the bus today. I don't know, I took a couple of pictures of the bus seat. Man, God, it's like, what is going on? And if you hit the bus seat, if
Yeah.
like hit the seat, the dust that comes out of it, you'll be thinking, hey, are you in like sub-Saharan Africa or something? Are you in like the desert or something? Because there's so much dirt in that sea, and obviously these are council's problem. These are Manchester Mayor's problem, and of course those needs to be fixed. And if you highlight that, and let's say you put videos out about that, people will notice, people will be frustrated, and there'll be more pressure on them. I like that idea, to be fair. What's the fourth one?
And the fourth one is I'm going to do exactly the same, but to the police.
Okay.
So the police.
How would that look like?
So I'm going to hold monthly meetings, public meetings that anyone can turn up to, and we're going to have senior police officers there for this area, because I want the people to tell the police what their priorities are. Is it burglary? Is it rape? Is it sexual assault? Is it knife crime? You know, because at the moment the police's priorities are not our priorities.
Right.
I don't care about hurty words on Facebook. I really don't care. I care about burglary. I care about old women not being able to walk down the streets in safety. That's what I care about.
That's true.
And I want the senior police officers going back to their bosses going, we've got our priorities wrong here. And I want the police to understand they're public servants.
Yeah.
They're not our masters, they're not our guards, they're not the Gestapo. They work for us.
Right.
And as law-abiding taxpayers, they need to start listening to us and doing what we want them to do in our area. So I'm going to hold the police accountable for that.
Right, so far, if you guys are listening, so we have the first one, the grooming gang, they're going to be put on notice. The second one, we got the knife crime, all those young people who are stabbing each other up. Those guys obviously will be put on notice, and we're going to fix that. Obviously, he's going to fix it. And we got the councils, they'll be put on notice as well to fix everything around the area. And of course now we got the police, which of course these guys are obviously coming for us. You know, you said something on Twitter, no, they're going to be put on notice where the residents will be telling the police what they want, what they care about. Fifth one, last
Fifth
one.
point is I'm going to put myself on notice.
Oh man,
Because,
why would you do that? Tell me more about that.
Well, if I'm going to hold the council accountable and the police accountable, someone needs to hold me accountable, because I could be full of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying the things you want to hear. So I'm going to organise 10 public meetings every year where anyone can turn up and hold me accountable. Nick, why did you vote this way in Parliament? Why didn't you vote this way? Why are you not in Parliament? Why don't I see you in my area? Why is nothing improving? These meetings are going to be uncomfortable. I don't want to do these meetings, I'm being honest, because they're going to be really, really uncomfortable.
Not many politicians even turn up to when it comes to questioning and stuff, but you're going to make sure you get a question.
10 times a year I'll do this, so anyone can turn up, because I understand I'm a public servant. I understand I work for you, I work for the people in this area. And it's not fair and it's not right that the next time these people have a say on me will be at the general election. They should be having a say on me on a monthly basis to let me know I'm either doing my job well or I'm not doing my job, because we need to get to a stage where all politicians in the country realise they work for the people, and it's not going to be comfortable. And I'm being honest, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to do it because it's time the people took responsibility. My job is to improve their lives. Their job is to make sure I do my job. And that's the partnership we have with the public, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of holding politicians accountable. We've seen countless of politicians doing something wrong and walking away with it.
Yeah.
And nobody even, the idea of even trying to hold a politician accountable is like a taboo. It's like, hey, don't even do that.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do it? They walk like saints.
It's as if they think they're better than us.
Yeah.
And they're not better than us.
How dare you type of attitude. Yeah.
Exactly. Politicians work for the people. The people are the boss. Because that's a democracy. If you don't want a democracy, then let's campaign not to have a democracy. But at the moment, we live in a democracy. The people are the boss.
That's right, that's right. Now, we got a lot of questions for you, Nick.
Yep, sure.
We're not going to let you go lightly here. So let me reveal these questions here. But, all right, so here we are. So, Nick. Now, well, obviously, we did a lot of research here.
Yep.
You know, in the area, Gorton and Denton, and it looks like there's a lot of unemployment here. There's a lot of people when it comes to like a Friday night or Friday on a normal day. Not many people are working. A lot of unemployment going on. Is there any sort of ways you're gonna address this and fix this? Anything?
As an MP, as a one MP, there's not much I can do. But what I can do is in Parliament, I'll be pushing and I'll be supporting any laws that increases employment, that reduces regulations for businesses. That's why we have little business here, is because the regulations, the rules they've got to abide by. Net zero. Net zero means we have the most expensive energy in the Western world.
Right.
Our energy costs in this country are 4 times more expensive than America. And you wonder why we don't make anything here, because the energy costs are too high. And I want to make sure when you get a job and you're working, I want to make sure you pay a lot less tax. Because at the moment, the government steals so much money out of our pay packets that sometimes you look at it and you go, it's not worth working. I get more money sat doing nothing on the dole, on benefits.
Oh yeah.
All that has to change.
Right. So how are you going to address that as just a normal, regular MP? Because you just be a guy on, you know, maybe whatever seat they give you in Parliament. And how are you going to address that?
So again, I'm trying to be honest, there's very little I can do as an MP.
That's correct.
But what I can do in Parliament is push for those laws, push for the things that we need to change. But only as me, I can't do that. But other MPs also are going to have to want that. And together, I'll try to work in partnership. I will work with Labour MPs if they want the same things as me. Right. I'll work with Tory MPs if they want the same things as me. I don't care who I work with, if it gets the best deal for local people. Right. But I can't sit here, and I'm not sat here, I'm stood here. I can't stand here and promise I can fix problems that I know I can't fix.
That's right.
Because
it's good to be honest.
That's what's wrong with most politicians. I can promise you, and I know I can't deliver. I'm not going to do that sort of thing.
All right, makes sense. Now, next one is about poverty.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but when you look at the whole region here, this is like one of the most, it has the most child poverty in Manchester.
Yep.
It is the most poorest region in Manchester.
Yep.
Some kids skip breakfast because they don't have, not because they don't want to have breakfast, because they can't. There's nothing there for them. Mothers, you know, choose to feed their kids once a day because they don't have enough money to actually provide that for them. How are you going to address the child poverty that we have in Gorton and Denton when you're an MP?
So I'm not too sure I agree with your definition there.
I mean, it's the poorest.
No, this is one of the poorest regions, but I don't believe we have parents who can only afford to feed their children once a day. I don't buy into that. And the reason why I don't buy into that is because in our young people, we have an obesity epidemic in this country. The poorer you are in this country as a child, the more likely you're more likely to be overweight and obese.
Really? So you try to... All right, tell me more about that.
So what we have is we have, over many decades now, we have many charities, and I've run charities, I've set up charities. We have many council departments, we have many people who are trying to keep people poor because then they get to vote for them and they get control of their lives. We're living in a socialist country at the moment where the government wants to control everything about your life. And to control your life, we tell you lies. We tell you you're poor, you're a victim, everyone hates you, you can't make it in this country.
But they are poor though.
They're poor compared to who?
Compared to every single region in the UK.
Yeah.
Sorry, in Manchester.
The
poorest.
The poorest people
14%.
today, the poorest people today in this country are richer than almost everybody in this country 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah,
so
but those are the people who lived back then.
Yeah.
It's like saying we're richer than the people who live in 1930. Yeah. Of course, therefore we should be happy even though we can't feed our kids.
Yeah.
I think if you compare us to somebody who lived in in France when they were fighting for their rights.
It's all relative.
It's all about how, you know, what about this? But we're speaking about today. 14% of the people in Gorton and Denton are living in poverty. That's a high number. And be it whatever, be it they can't afford breakfast, be it they can't get, you know, normal food, be it they can't eat 3 times a day, be it whatever, they are still poor. And something needs to be addressed about it. And of course, if they vote you to be the guy who's going to go and speak for them, I mean, how are you going to address this issue?
So it's a great question. So poverty for me is really a poverty of aspiration. We've let many neighbourhoods down, many parts of our cities down, as in, you're poor now, you're always going to be poor, take these benefits and shut your mouth and stop moaning. That's how we treat people. My philosophy, and I've done this work in my charity work, it's not good enough dumping people in poverty and allowing them to live in poverty and just giving them a little bit more money every single year. My philosophy is this: you're born in the best country in the world.
I agree with that.
I want you to grasp these opportunities. I want you to understand you can be doctors, dentists, lawyers, you can be brain surgeons, you can send people to Mars. You've got to work hard, you've got to concentrate, but you've got to have that aspiration to begin with. We've got whole generations of parents now who feel there's no hope in this country, but yet we've got millions of immigrants who want to come to this country, and many of them will have great lives because their parents, their communities are saying to them, you can achieve here.
Why is that then? Why is it when you see an immigrant who comes here, not all of them, but some of them, most of them, who come here and whatever opportunity they can grab, they grab it with both hands. How come? Of course, obviously, you know, the white indigenous people still do it. But how come there's not that drive in terms of like a high percent of them wanting to grab whatever whatever the ancestors have built, whatever the grandma, grandpa have built for them in this country? Why is that? Tell me.
That's a social problem. It started probably after the Second World War, where every government since the Second World War has tried to control our people by giving them the welfare state, by giving them benefits, and every time there's a problem, we always now look at the government. How are you going to fix my problem? What we should be saying to ourselves is, how am I going to fix my problem? Because we keep relying too much on the government. And it's taken away our aspiration, our self-confidence, our get up and go. And the government has now turned into a socialist. I mean, all our governments now are socialist governments. There is no rich socialist government anywhere in the world. Socialist governments turn countries into poverty, and that's what's happening to us. What's great about some of the immigrant communities who come is they've come from countries with very little opportunity, come here, see the opportunities, and they're grasping all of them, going, this is amazing.
It's like air for them,
We've taught our white, British, working class, indigenous population, we've taught them how to be helpless, and we've taught them that the state will look after you, but the state will never look after you. The best example I can give you is, we've got to a stage now where we're let's look at a farmer. A farmer has a pen of sheep. Those sheep love the farmer. He feeds them, he looks after them, he gets a vet to make sure they're healthy. But eventually, that farmer turns up with a stun gun and a butchering knife.
Oh, no.
Just because you think the people looking after you on your side doesn't make it so. Those sheep should leave the pen and look after themselves and be in control of their own lives. Then you don't have to worry about the farmer and the butchering knife.
But I understand the ideology of a sheep, but obviously the government doesn't come out there and be like, hey, we need a little bit of a, kebab later on. We gotta like start chopping it up.
Well, we do when it comes to war. They send us to war.
Oh yeah.
And they're looking at wars at the moment. They're looking at Ukraine. They're looking at, Did you know that the British government have just increased the age range now for older people, older services?
65.
Up to 65 now. They can call you into the army up to 65.
You're meant to be retiring.
Why are they doing that if a war isn't coming? So they will sacrifice our young men and our old men for war.
But I want to dive into that, but I think that conversation is always charming and entertaining.
Yeah,
but
for another day.
Let's do that for another day. But today we got the 5-foot plan. We've got the five plan that you want to deliver. We want to connect with the mind, with the people. Now talk to me. You've been campaigning. You've been knocking on doors the past couple weeks. Tell me, how's the residents? How are they connected to your message? What's the feedback?
I've had some really, really good feedback. So 2 points that are not related to my campaign would be this, which have shocked me. Half the people I speak to, when we talk about the Labour Party, half of the people then refer Labour as pedo apologists, pedo lovers, the pedo party.
I guess your grooming gang plan will come to,
feeds into that.
Feeds into that, yes, I guess.
So Labour Party itself, the reputation is in the gutter because they won't address the grooming gangs. The other amount of people we speak to are completely sick of this by-election. Sick of me, sick of all the kind of go. You've not been here for 50 years. And suddenly it's a by-election and you think you care about us. So people are really angry about all politicians and all political parties. But me on the doorstep. Many people haven't heard of Advance UK, but more people have heard about me and my name because I've stood for elections before. I stood for the mayoral election. I've done charity work around here. So my name means a little bit here as opposed to Advance UK.
Right.
We're still the underdog in this race, but we've still got 5-6 days to go. Anything can happen.
That's right. Now, of course, the audience who are watching us have put some questions in. So here they are. One of them being the real Bobby Gale. The real Bobby Gale says, "Does Nick have faith in the election that the election won't be rigged, as it was with Andrew Bridgen?"
Great question. I spoke to Andy. I did a podcast yesterday with Andrew Bridgen. Right. I know several people who have stood in Greater Manchester for different elections who give me their experience of voter fraud, of people pushing votes into the different piles, and it always seems to be into Labour piles. Every example I've got, it's always Labour people cheating. Now, will it happen in this election? Of course it will.
You believe there'll be?
Yep.
This election will be rigged. You believe that?
I don't know if it'll be rigged as in rigged.
Do you have any,
I don't trust any of it. So let's be honest. I don't trust any of it. Okay. There's far too much evidence of voter fraud, especially at the count, in all elections across the country. Right. We have less than other countries, but it's still happening here. Yeah. So voter fraud is a big problem. How do we combat that? Again, all we can do at this election is to make sure we've got people at the count stood at the desks going and watching what they're doing.
Yeah, count them up.
Yeah.
Now, in reaction, in response to that as well, I got another question. I've seen this. No, I think everybody has seen this. Yeah. If you're online and you're following this campaign, you can see that you've not been invited to the mainstream media.
Yeah. Hostings.
Out there. You know, the Manchester Evening News hosting. Yeah. You were not invited. Yeah. The BBC debate is probably coming up. It's already happening. You were not invited. So the cameraman is going to go over here. You were not invited over there. Yeah. So it looks like you said you don't have that much faith that the election will be fair. You think it might be rigged. It looks like that kind of indicates that, though.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. How do you feel the fact that you were not invited to the to one of the biggest hosting that millions of people, hundreds of people are going to see, and you were the only one left out?
To be fair, I didn't expect to be invited because the BBC, the Manchester Evening News, only ever invite the big parties. They don't care about the small parties. They don't care about independents.
Doesn't that remove the idea of democracy itself? Everybody should have a voice. It doesn't matter how big you are or how long you exist.
Absolutely. But in the middle of an election like this, there's no point me moaning that I wasn't invited to those places because there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is carry on with my campaign. But I had the same, when I ran for Mayor of Greater Manchester 2 years ago, I had the same thing. There were 6 candidates. I was the only one not invited because I was an independent. Right. And I was told by the BBC and told by Manchester Evening News, basically, you're an independent, you're not a proper politician, so we're not inviting you. But at the result at the end, I came third. Right. So if I came third, why didn't you invite me to the hustings?
Exactly.
But the mainstream media don't care about independents, they don't care about the small parties. They only care about Labour, Lib Dems, but now they care about reform as well. It's not democracy when you pick and choose who you're going to speak to at an election. It's not fair.
Right, we got multiple questions coming in from the people who are watching us right now live. So one person says, Brax, like, whoa. Okay, all right. So the question is very down. So much writing at the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Podges asks, it's getting updated. It's getting updated while I read, so it just went down. Whoa, sorry. Hey, could you stop moving the things? Let me read this thing first, okay? Please ask about promo and policy pics to download to flood social media. So the people, it looks like these people want to support you.
Yeah.
They're asking you for for promo pictures and policy pics for them to download to flood to the media.
If they go on any of my social media, there's lots of videos on there. There's lots of promo pics. If people wanted to forward them, download them, share them, just go on all my social media is at Nick Buckley MBE.
All right, perfect. Now, in regards to that, when it comes to campaigning promotion, I've been very critical on this, not just to you, but to Benabib, to basically every single person I've spoke to within the Advanced UK party. And it's about your promos. It looks like your promotion has been very, very, in a sense, comparing to everybody else, slow. Comparing to everybody else has been, you know, very subtle in a way. Not much has been pumped out. Is that a strategy in a sense, or are you guys slowing down the promotion, or is it what's going on in that sense? Because I think the viewers at home deserve to have a fair chance to win it, because a lot of people are supporting you. They're putting their backs on you. I'm sure a couple of people have donated all that, and for me, looking at it from this side as a reporter, I'm thinking not much is being put out here. I don't know if I'm wrong, but could you correct me?
I hope you're wrong. I just hope you're not looking in the right places, because I'll be disappointed if we're slowing down, because I'm not slowing down. I'm doing a 14-hour day every day. We're paying for Facebook ads. We're paying for professional videos. We've got some great AI videos out.
That was one of the best.
Yeah, we've got 2 more of them coming out Sunday, Monday.
Keep talking.
Yeah. So I don't know why you're not seeing what we're doing, but honestly, we're doing as much as we possibly can, and I definitely am. Tech issues. There's always tech issues when we're doing something live.
Right.
Yeah. It's the man, the establishment are trying to shut us down, me and you. Yeah. You never have any problems unless you're talking to me. Shut Mr. Buckley up.
Have to just use one mic.
Okay.
The other mic just went down, so I'm gonna just put it on here so we can both talk. Now, I just want the people I want to read the people's questions. They're coming in. They're getting updated as we go on. So, oh God. Okay. All right, the green questions. Okay, the green questions are the ones. Would you ask Nick if he becomes an MP? Will he ask Starmer, quote unquote, why are you not protecting UK borders? And also ask Starmer, quote unquote, why are you putting everybody's life in danger?
Great question. I can't believe we have open borders. I don't know how we got to this stage. And this isn't just a Labour problem. Don't forget, we've had 14 years of Tories. The borders were opened under Tory rule. Tories and Labour are just as bad as each other. You're not a country if you don't have borders.
That's right.
We've got enough British home-born criminals in this country that we have to deal with.
Yeah,
we've not got a shortage of criminals.
Yeah,
we don't need to import more criminals. You look at the rape stats now, sexual abuse stats. You look at the murders we've got on the streets, and a high percentage of them are people who shouldn't be in the country. I don't understand what's going on. But in Parliament, I will be hammering this Labour government and the next government if they don't sort this out. We need strong borders.
When you mention the next government, are you referring somebody else who will be there, not Advanced UK?
Well, of course, I'd like an Advanced UK government, but we don't know when the next election is. The election could be this year. If it's this year, are Advance going to be ready? I don't know if we're going to be ready to run a full campaign to actually become the government. If Reform win, are Reform going to close the borders? They say they are, but I'll make sure I hammer them if they don't. So I don't... At the moment, in our political situation in this country, anything can happen. Anyone can win. And no matter what happens, I'll be fighting for what I think is the right thing to do.
Yeah, makes sense. Now I want to get a little bit controversial here. I think maybe if I can. Now a new party was launched literally 6 days ago now. It was launched on Friday last week. A lot of people are talking about merge, and obviously you're running under Advanced UK party. Now, if they was to merge, that means your party would have changed its name, or maybe its value, or maybe whatever that would change. Would you still be in favor of that, or would you still carry on as nothing has changed? Because obviously you're gonna have to be talking to different people now. You know, whichever leadership it is. Tell me more about your feelings when it comes to if a merge does happen.
To be honest, I've not given it much thought because I'm in the middle of a campaign and this came out of the blue. I think Rupert Lowe by far is the best MP in the Houses of Commons, by far. So I support him coming into Restore, starting in a party. I would like to see Advance and Restore either merge or come together or sort something out between themselves. How that looks, I don't know, but I welcome that. If by some chance, I win this election and then there's a merger, how will that look? I don't know. But we need Rupert Lowe in politics. We need Rupert Lowe doing what he's doing. And I want a coming together. But again, I haven't given much thought because I'm trying to win this seat.
No, perfect. Makes sense. No, I appreciate that. Let me grab more questions as they come in. Hey, if you got any questions, just comment down below. The team is gonna pick it up and is gonna put it on this phone, so that then I can quickly get access to it. Okay, there's another one. Does Advance UK have a policy regarding working from home?
We don't have a policy on that. My personal opinion is this: it's down to your boss. If you work in a private sector and your boss allows you to work from home, and it's a private business, well, that's not my concern. That isn't the state's concern.
Right.
It's whoever owns the company, it's their concern.
Right.
But if you work for the public, if you're a civil servant, then all the evidence that I've seen is you work better and you're more productive working in the office. So if you work for me, that means I'm your boss and I want you back in the office, because productivity in the civil service, in the council, in everywhere that works for the people, productivity has gone down since COVID, since we've started working from home. I know people who work for councils who are working from foreign countries, sat on the beach with a laptop, and we're paying them to work from there. So if you work for me, no. If you work for a private company, it's not my concern where you work. It's down to your boss, the person who owns the company.
All right, it makes sense. That gives people more liberation to what they can do, and companies more control of their own company, because it's their own company. It's their own little domain that they have.
They should be able to do what they want to do. They should be able to initiate policies, and if those policies work out to be rubbish, then that's their problem, and it's their business.
Yeah, it's their business. If they make the wrong decision, they'll feel the pain. If they make the right decision, they'll feel the pain.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that, to be fair. I understand that. But
I want the government out of people's lives.
Yeah,
I don't want the government telling us how to control, how to run our businesses, what to do, how to live, how to raise our children. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened during COVID, right?
Exactly. They turned into monsters.
Yeah. Now, we got one more question here that just came through. Now, I don't know if this is one or two. Right, Dave Butler said, have you had any volunteer who are Restore Britain supporters, but not Advance UK supporters, while you're canvassing? Don't know why that question, but what is the point we're asking?
I've had people who are members of both,
right.
Members of Restore and members of Advance, and I've had lots of support online from Restore members and supporters, because at the moment both parties are virtually identical. So, and don't forget, Restore are not standing in this election, so there isn't any. So there isn't any. Yeah, they're messing around. Guys, you need to stop it.
Go on.
Yeah, so no, I've got a lot of support from Restore, because hopefully maybe a merger, we may coming together. So the people who support Restore support Advance.
Do you think a merger would help you out
in this election?
Yeah.
No, I don't think people. A merger at this moment wouldn't make anyone extra vote for me. But for the sake of the country, those two parties have to come together for the sake of the country.
All right, for the bigger aim.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but currently, right now, it makes no difference.
It makes no difference on the ground.
Okay. All right. Makes sense. Now, oh God, let's see. A couple more questions here before we let you go. What time will the people come back?
Everyone's come back here for 2 because Ben Habib will be here at 2.
All right, so the next 30 minutes. Okay. Now you have. Ooh, here's another one. Now, somebody asked, do you have any specific plans for making Gorton and Denton safer for women and children?
That has to be a priority. That has to be, hence, so 2 things. The first thing is, that's why I'm going to hold the police accountable, because we need the police to understand one of our priorities is safer streets, especially for women and girls. These streets aren't safe anymore now, walking down. I wouldn't let my female family members go out at night on their own to go to the shops. I wouldn't allow that because of what we're seeing. So, but the people who can really deliver that are the police. So there's no point us complaining about the police. We need to make sure the police start doing what we want them to do. So it is going to be a priority.
All right, thank you so much, Nick. We're going to have Nick on. Obviously, we're going to let him off for a bit, let him catch a break and stuff, but we're going to have you on. We're here to the very end. What time are we here till?
I would imagine probably till about 4.
4 o'clock. So, folks, we're just getting started, folks. We got a couple more hours to go. And myself and the camera woman, we're going to go and grab something to eat while everybody else comes back. Because when everyone comes, it's going to be fire. There's going to be hundreds of people here, just like the beginning. And there will be more people who want to talk. And, of course, Nick will be one of them. Thank you so much, Nick.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Good to see you here as well. Good to be here, man. This is good. It's good. It's good. All right. Oh, so what's the nearest shop? Is it just a Subway?
The shop there?
Martin's.
Sandwiches and stuff like that.
I don't know. Subway's right there.
McDonald's is a 3-minute walk.
No, not McDonald's. Not McDonald's, man. Not McDonald's. But I think Subways will do for us.
Yep.
How you doing? You all right?
How are you?
Doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm glad it's not raining. That's all. I'm glad it's not raining. How you doing? You all right? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Cold hands, warm heart.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a sandwich. Right.
Oh, you're going up. So he's going to Martin's. We're going to go to Subways. Keep it going. Guys, what do you guys get from Subway? It's a question. We're going to get whatever you say. How you doing? You all right? What are they saying? Subway, what? How you doing, sir? You all right? Be careful, yeah? Watch where you're going. Ooh. You gotta cross the road first. Oh, come. Come. All right, folks, we made it. Oh, God, that was dangerous. Oh, that was dangerous, folks. What do you guys get when you guys go to Subway? That's the question. What do you guys get when you guys go to Subway? I get... I really don't know what I get from Subway. I just get wherever I feel. Is it this? Where's the entrance? Oh, that's a different shop. Oh, it's right here. God. Make sure you don't put anybody's face on it. Oh, we can order from here. See. Cheese, salad, and baguette. Oh, God. No, I think that's not good. Takeaway, right? You see, I don't like these machines. I just want to order from someone. Hi, is it okay if I order from here rather than these machines? Yeah. It looks like you guys don't want to talk anymore, no? No, don't show them. No, don't. Wait, are you? Oh, yes, I'm from here. Okay. So, what's our bread you guys do? You guys do normal bread? Okay. Ooh. Wait, do you want some as well, right? Or which one do you want? This one, the PT Italian. Okay, this one. 6 inch and sorry, the full long thing and you. Oh yeah. All right, this is the hard part now. I don't remember what I usually get. Let me get this. Where's this? Italian BMT. What do you get here? Let's get the Italian BNT. I think that's. Oh, do you guys still do that steak stuff?
Yeah, it's just that one chunk on it. It's got a
What's the name of it again?
Philly steak.
Is that what it's called?
Do a Philly steak or a garlic cheese steak.
Yeah, let's get Italian BNT with the steak. Can you mix that now?
You can. It'll cost a bit extra.
All right, go on. Let's do that. Sorry. No onions. What? All right, put no onions on one side. All right. What the heck? Imagine no onions. Somebody says you made me hungry. What? Go grab something to eat, Jenny.
Do you want cheese on it?
Yes, please.
Toasted.
Yes. And is there anything else that needs to be? Oh, perfect. We can wait there. How much is it? Oh, do we pay at the end? Oh, crap. No, it's okay. I got my credit. I got my wallet. No, it's okay now because I usually use my phone and we're streaming from the phone, so I use my. Yeah, I got your phone.
Just a sandwich?
Do you want a drink?
Yeah. Or I can just.
All right, yeah, just a sandwich then. Oh, does that? Oh God. I don't think I've used this in real life. I think I'm probably gonna have to put it in. Oh, it's approved. Oh, okay. Any salad? Do you want any salad? No, I don't want any salad. Do you want salad? If you want it.
Yeah. Actually, put salad.
If you want it, put one side.
Yeah.
Right, let me grab this. You talk to them, okay? You want all these things.
Can I get for one of those? Sweet corn. I think that's it. Actually, someone else. What sauce do you guys have?
Southwest is the most popular. It's like curry mayonnaise.
Yeah, let me get chipotle, please.
Do you want it all?
Do you want it all? Yeah,
Do you
yes.
want some?
Yeah, I want some, yes, all of it, yeah.
Any salad on your
Yes, the same thing. Put lettuce, not too much of it. What's that spicy thing that you guys have? I think is it this one? Yeah, put that, please. And that's it. Oh, it's too big. We're gonna finish that. All right, thank you so much. Is it? Oh, did you split it, right?
Yeah.
All right, sure. Okay, let's get a cup of tissue here. Wait, hold on. Did I put back the card? Oh yeah, I did. All right, folks. Man. You know, one thing I don't like when I'm out there streaming is the break part, to go there to find something to eat and stuff. Wish we could just carry on, but we can't do that. Sometimes you get hungry. Oh, we're gonna go outside. Cool. You go first. You can't. Oh, yes. All right, folks. We outside. We got the food. We got the food. Oh. I was gonna rush myself through that traffic, but no. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Do you have your phone, yeah? I got your phone? Yeah, it's right here. All right, be careful here. You gotta look at the road as well while we cross, okay? You gotta see where you're going to, okay? All right, we're back. So, okay. just set up the stream. How you doing? You alright? Yes. Just set it up so. Hold this. All right, folks, we're back here. This is the
Well, he's on Baraka's picture. Who's the special guest, Baraka?
you'll see.
Oh, is it a secret? Is it Ricky Dooley?
No, it's a secret. It's a secret. It's a huge secret. I can't really tell, cause then you. Yeah.
Would we know them?
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
going to get your picture because
We're live right now, so if you.
right, we'll keep out the way.
No. It's not. You're not in it. It's just facing
You sure?
Yeah. You can sit there.
It's my voice I carry my voice. I don't want to interrupt.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
I'll take it from here then.
Are you taking a picture of me?
Yes, she is.
Oh. All right.
I want you to interview her.
No, I don't. All the way from Knutsford, me.
Ooh, that's far away.
Who's this young lady?
She's working
Camera.
today. Well, she works all the time.
She knows I've seen her. I've seen you.
Are you an employee or a
Employee.
All this.
Well, he's getting big in the world now, aren't you? Eh?
Oh, we're just making a little mark, yes.
Well, no, you're out there, like I say, and you're very good at what you do.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Especially when you swear. I like that.
You like it when I swear?
Yeah, I do.
What?
Now, don't be doing it all the time.
A lot of people tell me not to do
No, it don't bother me. I think it's dead funny.
it. When I swear, you think, oh God.
I like it when I watch Liam Tubbs and like when he's swearing at Benavide like a naughty little boy, you need he's 6, 7.
Well, we watched Liam Tubbs. Yeah.
Oh yes. You see what gets me about these things? So we can have to go with governments and we can say about having slaves, right? We are not allowed to say, well, in them times,
Baraka,
it's okay.
have you spoken
Yeah.
to the guy in the wheelchair?
And say that in the times when Muhammad was
Really
set up an angle,
well known
in them times,
as being on
why are they allowed to say that? Yet we can't say
brilliant
when it
supporter.
comes to slavery.
He's with Sarah at the minute. Just have a word with him and it's worth your interview, you know, that's all I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll come. I'll
In
go
fact, Paul Thorpe ran a bit of a competition for all the viewers. You know, Paul Thorpe seems to like specialist watches and what have you.
What gets me is why are we not allowed to say that in them times?
They give it to
that's
Alan,
okay?
but he refused it
These
and said give it to somebody more deserving. And the watch was probably worth at least £500. And he actually, when Tommy was in prison, went down to the prison in Milton Keynes with a load of stuff to give him because he was a bit on. He had to be very careful what he was eating. Yeah, he was living off tinned food, but they wouldn't let Alan in. To go and visit. He's a very big patriot, and he's got a lot of experience of running different businesses. I believe he had restaurants, he had a haulage business, but he broke his back some years ago. Sorry to interrupt. No, I just thought it was worth mentioning. You hear what Nick said about that guy? The bus driver's a friend of his.
Oh, yeah. Still like it.
They're our problem. They're our problem to deal with.
If I do manage to win, then please get in contact.
Yes.
Let's hold
What do you mean?
When I win.
When?
You've got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you're doing really well.
Thank you. It's hard to know how well I'm doing, but the feedback's very positive online and on the doorstep, especially the Denton side.
Oh yeah.
The Gorton side, not so much. So
I'd say Denton.
yeah. There's pockets in Gorton and Longsight and Burnage.
But then you're not giving me airtime.
No, I'm not.
They are.
BBC
And I
News.
find that so disgusting.
Do it all the time. This isn't a one-off. Do it all the time.
Yeah. The Greens, Labour, and Reform.
Yeah.
The others, we've got
Sort of vote for you.
There's 10 on the ballot paper.
We've got others as
I mean,
well.
you're quite high up actually. You're second. Yes, you are. Yeah. You know, at the bottom. But
So,
yeah,
you know, it's not
they
fair.
get away with that, yeah.
It's not a fair fight.
Like I said, they never are. They never are.
Well, I think now it's got to be out. Sorry, with no school beggars, we know that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I do, young man. I'll watch you later.
I mean, we talked to people, we said, they go, who's that? And tell them to go, oh, well, what's
Don't
that?
recognise you.
You don't want reform, you don't, definitely don't want reform.
Yeah. No one wants to read.
In the garden, we'll find nothing. Oh, God, I'm coming.
We've got a few reforms.
Maybe just out leafleting. There's about 10 Conservatives out walking around.
Is that remember?
Well, he's off the news, isn't he? There is another
Where
one.
you from? Where do you live, London?
Yeah. For our
Where you from, Manchester?
How are you doing?
He's a southerner.
He's all right.
Well, that's it when you show your video.
Oh, very good then.
Well, his mum and dad.
It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It will.
It's all in Manchester. We were, in the old days, we were mortal enemies. South of Manchester. But, I mean,
No, there's.
he's still going to be down there.
Did you back about now, so. Yeah, they've already got to say that. Yeah. Yeah, I've been out leaving to the people or not. How was it? Okay, I had a good conversation with you young lad when single father and daughter was sick like now.
I don't say that. I work for a Jew hospital for 13 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very themselves, but still not.
As you said, though, the jet where we're going 5 years. Where we are now.
Yeah, of course, but in 13 years I never came across one, you know that. I wouldn't have stuck at the job because I won't be if I'm not happy with what's going on.
Probably up to about 8 now. Another 5 or 10 years, we'll probably. Oh, I think he's just doing his own thing. He's got people around him that's got his ear, and yeah. I don't like.
No, they don't bother. It's more about their lives. They do get people from the job.
They do, yes, they do.
Well, they all nearly bred the
Basically, right now,
Oh, it's exciting. So, it's exciting. Let's see. No. It'd be great if they'd come out and we joined the advance or the news advance. At the moment, we don't know what's going on. But, yeah, I'm hoping over the next few months an accommodation can be made where we work together. We may not merge. All I know is because we can't have two separate parties against each other.
As I say,
I'm not watching recently.
Yeah, well, she did one last week. She was saying about it.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm not giving it much thought. I'm in the middle of an election.
No, I understand that. But for the future, something's got to be worked out.
It's got to be worked out. I mean, Rupert by far is the best MP.
Yeah.
By far.
He's got principles.
Yeah. I like everything he's done, everything he says.
But he's got nearly 100,000 members.
Yeah. And we need more and more people involved. So I'm glad he's got more involved and see where it leads to.
He's worried it's far.
Yeah.
He's worried 9 to 4.
They've lost their heads off.
Yeah.
They've lost their heads.
They did about Ben, really. I mean, they were like, oh, you're smoking the right vote. That's not right.
Yeah, and even to get the Greens in.
Because we don't want to unite each other.
We're still living the crap
We've got all divided against one another.
Exactly.
One woman said she voted for him years ago, she couldn't fix my
No one's saying about plumbing skills.
If that's how much it takes to fix the problem, it's great. That was years ago.
That's how bad our politics are. People are voting on that.
So I said if you
I wouldn't have even said that. I was like,
say if you were
I know mine's victim.
I've done it before now, just to get some nobody else there.
Soften me.
Like I said, the best thing that happened was that we were that it was horrible. There's his office.
That's your
Never there. Yeah, that's your office.
No, depends if Labour now go, we don't want you to be an MP. But if they say we're keeping on there, that's not
So I just noticed whoever was there from the area. Oh, right, sorry.
That's what will happen soon.
Safety pass. If the council was a private company, they'd be bankrupt. Because they're budgeting they're generating every year a guarantee. They can get lucrative in terms of No, we saved it.
I didn't know this was happening. And then the next day they went, oh, fantastic.
I know.
I felt ill.
You can never put anything past them.
But not a penny into the place, you know what I mean? Like I say,
I spent a year working in Baltimore.
Lovely, isn't it?
I ran a youth project paid for by Urban Valley to combat local issues.
Years ago it was a bit like that, now it's got better with us.
We were there, the Christmas tree on the green on Valentine's. They turned down the kids to do it. Drunk was coming home late at night, probably did it. So
You want just the pub?
it must have been.
Well, it's Tesco
now. You used to have two pubs, didn't you? But they both closed down now.
Oh, they tried to get them out. Fancy a drink, yeah. They fallen down. Take all this the library.
Must be a safe place. They don't want that.
They don't want to talk about
It looks like we're heading that way.
Well, it'd be better to get the government to stop hammering pubs with taxes and rates and this and that. Because the cost of alcohol in our supermarkets isn't that cheap. They're being hammered, pubs are being hammered. Find your one like that. Yeah.
It is.
the working man's night in happy.
Do you wanna be on
And the reason we did that was because it was
today?
Leather clubs, conservative clubs, working men's clubs, all last thing you need.
Like I say, with days, every all's been taken out.
with the time.
Well, if I drive into the park, I usually talk about bike parking. I mean, so we know the people basically. That was Luke, but got his own fine. Still trying to well, they're all in the head. That's why we all want. I can smell it. That's why you don't do it.
In special mention. Well, it was 2008,
I
it's all about. Because you get them stuck that way. And that shouldn't be allowed. Alan, would you mind if I took a photo? I'll have another one, but this time you've got a smile.
You gotta give him a smile, Alan.
Or just bring it with you.
Yes. I've gone through other people. Yeah.
Oh. You see the machines that we have in hospital? I've got one out of
When the things have happened to you,
it's not tough. We're in the new line. 2 years ago, I was
oh yeah! How did he manage to get hold of you? In the toilet. She said he put his hand on. So what they did was they sort of went and put one of those. Well, she probably went because then they. Yeah. Why would a man
Good talking to you. Call in tomorrow. We can have please.
I'll give you a thing for me.
All right.
Come on, come here if you want.
It's getting cold
you for ringing. I was one of your very first subscribers. I think it was about 29.
Are you Baraka?
No. Sorry?
Are you Baraka?
No.
No, no. Girlfriend?
Sorry?
Girlfriend?
No. Just a camera woman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What you like when your girlfriend is all big? Ah, no, you mean no, I go with it.
Not like that.
Yeah. I've seen you a few times. I think I've seen you in Manchester when we had there.
Yeah.
I was sat at the back and you came at the back and sat
Is
next to me.
it? Yeah, I'm everywhere.
You always do it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Physically, all of it, she's got pictures and all sorts. Yeah, she's got through there. She doesn't talk.
I've got to see that old man out.
Yeah. Definitely should.
So when you do that, you press at the end, so you pull it up. Then you want to press at the very end, but at the very bottom of this.
Oh.
Yeah, go and press it. You want to press this. You want to stick it together. Oh yeah.
And he said, after this free standards report, he says, okay then, and I would respect to a judge more if he said, right,
Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? Are you warm enough?
Man,
We've had some good feedback from today.
Alright, so that's what I'm trying to ask. I think you're probably going to give me more feedback.
I'm going to give you quite a bit of feedback.
Yeah, let me just grab this real quick. Alright, folks.
How's she doing, by the way?
She's doing good. She's doing good.
I remember you started.
She's getting real with it.
Is she getting paid? Are you getting paid?
Yeah, she gets paid here, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we need more donation on the show, so we can pay more people now. Since YouTube doesn't want to push our video.
Well,
but now we spoke to you earlier on, and you were telling us about before going to do the knocking and canvassing. And obviously you had a big pile back then. And you told us what you could remember, what the response the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Now that you've been just a few minutes ago, could you tell us the fresh new response that you received today?
There is an appetite for Nick's policies.
Right.
The people that have been talking today are concerned about. Put it like this, there was a local community area that's shut up all week, locked up all week. A chap came to the door. He said we could put homeless people in there, feed them and let them out in the morning and look after people, but it's shut up all week.
Yeah.
And I explained to him that this is the type of thing that Nick pushes.
Let me just get one.
Yeah, this is the type of thing that Nick actually does already. So he was very keen in Nick's policy.
The 5 pledge, yes.
Yeah, and I spoke to a lot of ladies that are concerned about local crime and drug running. Kids running up and down, running drugs.
Right.
So that people that have lived here 40 years are concerned about the community's changed.
Right.
and they're all very interested of Nick. But like I said earlier, he hasn't had the mainstream media. It's only people like yourselves that are not biased.
Yeah, not many people have invited him on.
No, well, it's wrong, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
So, but there is an appetite. It's just unfortunate that I don't think he's had the time to get out there without the mainstream media.
Yeah, so because
He
a
would
lot
have
of
walked
people.
it otherwise.
Yeah, he would. I think if he was on BBC, Manchester
He
Evening
would have,
News, and
Manchester Evening News, I've
Yeah.
discussed him.
yeah,
Yeah.
really disgusting the
Yeah.
fact that they didn't even invite him.
It's disgusting.
Doesn't that go against the democracy that we have? Everybody meant to have a fair share, fair.
It's Manchester Evening News.
Yeah, it should be open for everyone.
He's a
to compete.
Mancunian bloke.
Exactly.
I've just seen Matt from
Yeah, I
Reform
do-
down
yeah, I
here.
just seen Matt, yeah,
I did
Matt.
try to give him one of these, but he wasn't interested. And
He
he
did?
said he's the main party. I said we'll never ever see you again, which is true.
Yeah, he's
Because
only
he's
here.
pushing the party narrative.
Yeah, he's only here to get the votes and
Yeah.
probably going to be staying in London. and-
Nick's walked the streets of. Here he is. Look. Here, look. Get,
Is that Nick?
that's
Oh,
Mr.
that's the
Buckley.
boss. That's the boss. That's the boss.
Yeah, but he's walked the streets of Manchester in the rain, shine, and actually done what he says he's going to do for the community.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience over here.
Yeah,
yes, for sure.
it's just a shame that the mainstream media don't recognise him as a local man. It should be a fair contest, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's already not a fair contest.
Yeah.
The fact that this man, Nick Butley, has not had an opportunity to
Yeah.
confront or to face all the opposition.
They're misleading the public.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously the better man for the job. It's not a national campaign. This is a local election for local people and local needs. And everyone's treating it like it's a national campaign.
Yeah.
For the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
He's doing it for the right reasons.
That's right, and he has the plan here. He has
He's
the-
got a plan,
the five
but he
pledge.
puts his money where he uses his own money.
Yeah. This makes a lot of sense, folks. It makes,
It makes
a lot
a
of sense.
perfect lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, of course, we've interviewed Nick and he's walked us through this,
Yeah.
but it makes a lot of sense for anyone.
He's
who
used his
just-
own money on some of these.
Yeah,
and he's
as
going to
a
donate half of his
knife
salary.
crime. Yeah, knife crime, grooming gang, councillors, holding the councillors accountable, the police holding
Yeah.
them accountable, and also holding him accountable. Nobody does that. Folks.
And there's concerns of some of the people I just spoke to. They were bringing up these concerns. And this is what Nick's talking about.
Yeah.
So it's not rocket science, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it's easy to make sense. Well,
yes.
Thank you so much
No,
for
it's
obviously
really-
giving
thank
me
you too.
a fresh update. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I
Really appreciate you.
Let me just.
Good man. You're doing
Thank
a
you.
good job as well.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. Let me just keep that to myself.
I can't wait to do that now, you know. I'm going to say,
All right, folks, we're gonna get a couple of speech. Oh, how you doing?
Cheeky, could I have a photograph? Because I just,
Yeah, let's do it.
I know you don't know me, who the hell I am, but I feel like I know you because I spent so much time with you off YouTube.
Oh, good.
The afternoon that we spent together in London was amazing.
Oh, great stuff. Do you want to do a selfie or you want to?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, you do. Yeah. And my friend's going to be so annoyed, so jealous.
So,
But yeah, it's cool you did that because otherwise we'd have really forgotten. Thank you. That's lovely. You're a star.
I'm sure your friend will enjoy that.
She will, and she'll be spitting feathers. I'm going to get one.
Where's
with
she
Ben.
from? Is she from around here?
No, she's from back near Derby, and
Yeah.
I'm from North Wales. So
So you made it here from North Wales and she didn't.
I know, isn't that? Do you think that's disgusting? Can I quote you on that?
Yeah,
Can I quote you on that? I'll
Yeah,
get a clip.
for sure, yes,
Rebecca
do
thinks
it.
it's disgusting that you're a lot closer than me.
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
didn't get off your backside. You're sitting there doing your knitting and drinking tea.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good to see you here.
No, I think
Good
it's
to see
really
you.
good what you do and
No,
keep it going.
appreciate you. Thank you
we
so
just
much.
need it, don't we? We just need it so much.
Yeah, exactly. And you brought the dog as well?
Always.
Sick.
Well, if I didn't, I'd have no house to go back to. I don't know. Don't think so. I think he's a Welsh. I mean, you could be right. He could be a mix. He's it's a full. I think it's making a good statement, don't you?
Yeah. This is a good dog.
We have. I'm a sort of branch chairman, if you like, of where I am, and we always have our meetings in places that are dog friendly because we have dogs.
Okay.
At every meeting.
Is there anything to do with advance in Wales as well? There
looking
is,
at
right?
it? Wales. You're looking at it, yeah.
Oh, you are the leaders of there.
No, we're not the leaders.
Oh.
Okay, we've just had a change of leadership, shall we say. Pete Prosser is going to be the leader. He is on YouTube at the moment. He's doing
Right.
he's doing quite a lot on Twitter as well, actually.
Right, yeah.
And if you can speak to him and promote us, we will.
Yeah, if you put me in contact, we can have a conversation with him. We can get him on the show if you.
Well,
you're
you're going to
like.
give me your number. I've got to go. My friend's going to mean I've got Baraka's number.
Do you have Twitter?
I have Twitter, yes.
Yeah, just because that's my phone right there. Let me take a picture of your profile. I'll follow you. I'll give you a follow back, and we can.
So your profile, Maya, so go onto your profile.
I don't think it's got anything.
Can we?
There's your profile. It will just have your Twitter name on it.
Can we? Oh God.
Why is he there? Oh yes, because it's he's resigned. That's why. That's why he's there.
Let me just.
Bella on me. Sorry, I think you can spell Bella on my dog. We are. I'm sort of we've had a bit of trouble, if we like, and we've been sort of delayed in doing what we're doing, and it's very frustrating because we're not highly populated.
Right. So you should be able to have a good run. It should be a
I
good
hope so.
competition. If everyone around the area in your area are competitive, are involved in politics, you should have a good a way to pitch them.
People talk about splitting the votes. What we've got in Wales is we've got Welsh Labour and we've got Plaid.
Exactly.
And we've got Reform.
You don't have that many.
Conservatives. But we've got Reform, Labour and Plaid. They're all going to be the same sort of vote, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think they're going to be the vote splitting, so I'm hoping that we are very thin on the ground.
Well, you got to present yourself loud, and you got to be everywhere.
That's what we're.
It can't be very subtle. It has to be
We're trying
fierce.
to. We are trying to, but
Put too much energy.
we haven't even got the branch set up. I mean, how many people? We've got about 6 in the branch now.
Right. Good to see you.
But no, thank you. But if you could
Thank you
speak
so
to
much.
Pete Prosser, that would be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, connect me. Obviously,
I will.
you're able to connect me. You can connect me as well, and we can get him. Get him on the show.
Thank you so
Let's
much.
do it. Thank you. Good to talk to you guys. All right, folks. It looks like the main man has arrived, and we're probably gonna get him on the show very soon. If you guys have any questions, put it through. He's gonna speak right now. Let me put a microphone on him. Let me know when Ben starts speaking.
Hello,
I can
ladies
put
and
this on
gentlemen.
him.
Thank you very much.
Let me know
for
when Ben
this
starts
morning.
speaking. I can put this on him.
Knocking on doors
but
for
maybe we're on
reconvening.
Is he speaking right now?
Are you going to start?
We've,
You're speaking straight away.
Yeah,
Can we stick
very,
the
very
mic on you for Baraka?
How are you, Baraka?
How you doing?
You've been putting up with some stupid flack. I see.
We've seen many people, we've seen an empty blue bus going around continuously. It goes to show you, I think, that the support that from what I've seen has been absolutely phenomenal. So thank you very much. I hope it's been very much the same, your experiences. We have got now Nick come back, and we've got our party leader here that wants to say a few words, so I'll be very quick and pass over. But again, thank you very much for everything that everyone's doing.
Thank you, Richard. Well, can I just say, should I keep this on or off? What do you reckon? Keep it on? It feels a bit weird. Anyway, thank you very much, folks, for turning up today. I can't impress upon you more greatly how important today is, how important this by-election is. Advance UK only exists, genuinely only exists, because there isn't a single other political party on the British landscape that has a coherent political philosophy, which, if enacted, would save our country. There really isn't another political party that will do it. We know the Tories won't do it. They had 14 years in which to do it, but they haven't. Reform, the little blue bus on which I used to ride from time to time, that party has morphed into Tory Mark II. It won't do it. And that's why Advance was set up. And in 6 months, we've gone to just under 40,000 members, which is remarkable in British political history. It is absolutely remarkable. We've got dozens of councillors. We've got a national campaigning network of which obviously you're part. And we are now standing in our first by-election. If we can get anything approaching double digits in this by-election. By the way, I think it's winnable. I think it's perfectly winnable because of the way the mathematics falls. But if we can get anything close to double digits in this by-election, we will send a shockwave through the British political establishment. They will see a new party within 6 months challenging for green seats, bums on green seats. There's nothing they fear more than their bums being separated from those green seats. So that is what we must threaten them with. And it frankly won't make a blind bit of difference if this by-election is won by the Labour Party or the Greens or Reform, because the next morning you'll still have a thumping, stupid Labour majority. But if we do well, the shock we send, the encouragement we give to the British people, the ability for us to then build momentum and then take actually the next general election, because the British people want what we offer. They're not getting it from anyone else. So what you're doing today, this little group of people, actually could be critical and instrumental in delivering this country to safety. Do not underestimate this. This by-election is of crucial importance to the trajectory of our country. We need Nick in Parliament, and we need to give those previous bums that were sitting on those green seats a good kicking. Thank you very much, folks.
Thank you very much, Ben. Now, the only man in this by-election, or in fact, only candidate in this by-election, that actually has a plan for the local area, that actually has a track record of doing things in this area and improving the life of the people of this area, we'd like to say a few more words. Nick Buckley.
Thank you, everybody. I've probably spoken to about 18, 20 people today here, local residents, local voters, and it's the same message coming through all the time. They're sick of it. They're sick of everything to do with politics. They're definitely sick of the council and the incompetence of the council, and in some cases, the tyranny of the council. And we need to move away from that. And that's why we need local people sticking up for local areas. It's easy to be bussed into a new area and tell the people, I'm going to be your MP. Well, what do you know about me and my life? When I'm talking about the ASB, the anti-social behaviour in local park, you don't even know the park. You've never stepped foot in the park. You don't know where the shops are. You don't know where my mum lives. And you don't know, you've not seen the potholes in the street. That's why local politicians are important, because they're to represent the local people. Some of the issues people are raising with me today, definitely the grooming gangs. My number one promise on local inquiry. How can anyone be against that? Well, I can tell you how. You join the Labour Party. That's how you can be against an inquiry into the grooming gangs. Because not one Labour MP has voted for a national inquiry. And you think to yourself, why? Why wouldn't you want to protect other people's children? Your children are fine, you're safe, you're a millionaire, great for you. Why wouldn't you want to improve the lives and save the children of your fellow citizens? That's a question we need answering. And it's not just Labour, it's also the Tories. 14 years in power and they did nothing about this. Why did they do anything? Well, it's obvious. They must be involved at some level. They must know opening this can of worms is going to damage them and their brand and their party. It's the only explanation. But this is the greatest scandal I think this country's ever faced. That we allowed hundreds of thousands, if not more, young white British girls to be raped on an industrial scale for votes, for convenience, for diversity, because we want it to be pink and fluffy. We need to get to the truth on that. And politicians, council employees, police officers who turned a blind eye, who allowed it to go on, who covered it up, need to be in the dock, and if proven guilty, I want to see people in jail. That's the only way that this ends for me, is if they're in jail. And the second most popular point of my 5 points is about knife crime. The amount of parents I've spoken to in this election, and over many decades now as well, who say they're afraid of their sons not coming home at night because something would have happened to them, being stabbed to death, lying on a street corner, dying in pools of their own blood. That never used to happen. I was raised in the 70s and 80s. It wasn't perfect in the 70s and 80s. So let's not put those tinted spectacles on thinking they were the golden days. They weren't golden days. We had many problems. But one of the problems wasn't being stabbed to death in the street. But it's a problem today because we've allowed it to become a problem. We've decided, for political convenience, I'm not going to ruin my career by caring about your son. And that's what our senior police officers have done. That's what our politicians have done. I'm not going to ruin my career about being called racist or searching people or worrying about it, because it's going to damage me as a professional. So therefore, your son's expendable. I'm not that sort of person. I'll take the slings and arrows. I'll take the hard hits. I don't mind being called any name you want to call me, because I'm going to put your son first, just like I put your daughter first. I put other people's children first. I put the people of this country first. And we've got serious problems, and that requires serious conversations and serious choices. And we're going to make mistakes, and we're going to upset people. But these are serious problems. Ignoring them for convenience is why we're in the mess we're in at the moment. We need to get away from career politicians whose aim is a better career, more money, climb that greasy pole. And we need to start voting for people who just want a better tomorrow. I may be that person, I may not be that person, but I'm trying to be that person. And that's all we can vote for, is to vote for someone we think may be someone better than we've got now. That's not a great sell. Try to vote someone a little bit better than what we've got. But let's be truthful, it's a start. It's a start on the road to a better tomorrow. And it has to start with voting for people we think are the best people on offer at the moment. I'm not perfect, I'm never going to be perfect, but I can guarantee I'll always put the people first. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Nick. Right, if everyone is still happy and willing, we've got a lot of work to do, so we're going to grab more leaflets, get organised in terms of where we're heading, where we're going, things like that, and then hopefully get back out, knock some more doors, and spread the word. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And I said no for the change.
Congratulations. Hope you win. Thank you for coming.
Hudson's come all the way to see you.
He has.
Who's that? Oh, your dog. Yeah.
Today. He's one of your biggest supporters, to be honest with you. But, I'm delighted to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I can only say huge thanks. I'm absolutely in awe of what you've done for us.
Well, thank you. That's kind of you.
I'm hoping to,
Hi.
in some way, support you.
Oh,
So
that's
can we
kind
have
of you to come. Of
can
course.
We have a photo?
Yeah.
The two of us. And yeah.
Do you want hat on or off?
It is entirely up to you.
No, you
whichever
told
you
me.
feel. To see your face. A rose between two thorns, isn't it? No, you can't, Tim. You can't. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's a privilege to be helping.
No, thank you.
Right, okay, thank you.
Yeah, good to see you, David. Yeah. Well, catch up. Yeah.
So I seen you on Richard Inman the other day.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the disabled people, and you said you want to start hearing from people, and I started an email. So am I okay to send you an email?
Of course, yeah.
My daughter's disabled.
No,
so
please do, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, no problem, yeah. Hi. Do you want to?
Yeah, can I have a selfie?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I've come from Knutsford to see you today.
That's very kind of you, thank you.
It's all right, thank you.
Ben, you've already met me, it's Mr. T.
Yeah.
Could I get one more picture? I wasn't smiling the last one.
No, okay,
Top
sure.
man.
Was I smiling?
You were, actually. Top man.
That's
Thank
good.
you. Listen,
Nice to
keep
meet
doing
you.
what you're doing. Absolutely,
Thank you.
well and truly behind.
No, thank you. Thank you for what you guys are doing.
No problem
It's
at all.
It's the people's effort that is going to get us over the line.
Combination of us all.
I just do a lot of that.
Me too. Just on Twitter. Have a great one.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. So you give me a party that
give me hope again.
Thank you.
Now, so
Thank you. We are the right party.
You are.
It is.
You are.
Yeah.
You are the right.
Don't
party.
believe any
I
newcomers.
followed you for a few years now, and
Yeah.
when you did it, what did I say to my daughter? And I said, we're going with Ben.
Well, thank
Because
you.
you are so full of sense and so on the ball.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
hopefully, when Nick gets in,
yes,
Yeah.
because we're from here.
Yeah. You know, it's absolutely on. It's absolutely on. Take a few votes here and there, and you've got such a split field. 15 to 20% could win this
I've got to
seat.
be honest with you, from what I'm seeing, reform. Labour, I don't think Labour will get back in here.
No.
We had terrible MP for years.
You're local to Denton, are you?
Oh, yeah. we
Okay,
are.
yeah.
I voted for Nick. It's already gone in the postal vote, so it's
Yeah.
gone.
And I'm doing Thursday.
So what's your feeling then from what you?
The
From,
reform is being shown up more like, you know, what Matt Goodwin is all about.
Yeah.
Greens, they all think they're nutters.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They are nutters.
No.
They're completely mad.
So I
They've
think
always been mad.
just that he's not getting in on the hustings or,
Yeah.
you know, I find that.
But he's quite well known locally, isn't he?
He is,
Yeah.
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 And to who don't, we tell them, and then they say, oh, there is an alternative.
Yeah.
Because basically we've been bombarded. Phone calls, phone messages.
By reform.
And Greens.
And Greens, yeah. How interesting. Phone calls.
Phone call. You
I've
got.
got voice messages.
How do they get your number?
Exactly.
Well, you get personal letters that say they're
Yeah,
from,
your name.
from a neighbour. I'm a
that
concerned
I know.
neighbour.
Well, that was breaking electoral law
But they
because
said it was the printers.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
But you know, I wasn't quick enough to say, can I have the name of the printers because I want to come. It was
Yeah.
very, I read it all thinking, who's this?
And you know, it's an identical letter that was circulated in the Caerphilly by-election. In the
they
identical
know
letter.
about it then,
So it's
don't
not
they?
it's not written by a constituent. It is top down.
Yeah. When you saw it, and then right at the bottom it said, so vote for reform for the vote for change. And I went, oh God, it's not even real.
I know. You
Because it
won't-
looks as though it's handwritten.
Yeah. No, it's a complete fraud. That's
so why
that's
is
reform.
that not pulled out?
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Then 9:30 on a Sunday night, and if I don't answer it, because I won't answer it, I get a phone.
How do they get your
message.
number though? That's just unbelievable.
They know my name.
Yeah.
They know it.
God blimey.
Oh yeah, we have been bombarded with those two, haven't we? Around here?
Yeah.
I've had one advance last Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't received an advance. A leaflet.
Leaflet, you haven't. Yeah.
So I've taken my own. I'm going to put it in.
Yeah.
So we're quite,
in the
yeah,
window
we're going
and
to
I've
put
got your
something
bag.
in the windows
Yeah,
now, yeah.
thank you.
I haven't got one on middle age.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we are new, but I think there's enough of a. Well, we'll see. We've been doing a lot on Facebook.
Yes.
Do you-
and a
are you
lot
on
of his
Facebook?
promos as well are
Yeah.
fantastic on Twitter. But yeah, definitely.
Facebook can get right into the constituency.
I'm a Facebook person, you're Twitter, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
really-
YouTube. I'm
Yeah.
YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Because that's what I
Very
see
good
when
on
all the
Liam
debates.
Tuffs. Very good.
Thank you.
Thursday,
He's a great guy, Liam,
He
isn't he?
is,
I just
isn't
love
he?
Liam to
I
bits.
Saw him in
Yeah.
London, yeah, because we
Yeah.
go to Tommy's.
Tommy's, yeah.
Go
Yeah.
to Tommy's rallies.
That's the UTK, yeah.
Yeah.
The 13th of September, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
We
you.
couldn't get nowhere near him.
No.
It 2.5
I was
hours
amazed.
it took us just to
Nice to
walk
see you.
on the bridge. So yeah,
Yeah.
but we support Tommy as well.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a good chance.
I think he has, yeah. Because it
He'll
is
win,
a
don't
split
we?
field.
We'll have faith.
He will win.
Yeah,
Gotta have faith in
well, we are,
something.
yeah. Because I think time for real change here has got to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I really
Right,
do.
this goes back on now.
Well, it looks nice anyway. You do, Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm gonna go.
very nice to meet
We
you.
will, and you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for coming.
And you.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming. Please, yeah.
I'm just going to Scotland.
You come all the way from Scotland?
Yeah, me and my wife run it.
Yeah, that's good of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Nice.
one of the coordinators.
Got to have faith, Nick Buckley's going to win.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming
Yeah,
down.
no problem. It's just a long drive.
Yeah.
Have you met Ronnie?
Ronnie.
Have I met who?
You
sorry?
met Ronnie here?
No, I haven't. No. Hi, how do you do? Nice to meet you again. Yeah. We met on Zoom, I think.
Yes,
didn't we?
on
Yeah,
Zoom.
yeah.
Glad you made it. Have
Yeah.
you had a long day?
No, not as long as you guys, I'm sure. You've been all pounding the pavement, have you?
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's been a good day though.
Yeah.
You brought the rain, Ben.
I know. I thought it wasn't going to rain. How are you? Good to see you again.
It's good to see you. We have to do all selfies. You realise that, don't you?
Yeah. Do you want one now? Yeah.
Before my hair gets ruined.
Yeah.
No, selfies always work better. You see.
Yeah, before my tuft of hair gets ruined.
I'll shish it for you though. It'll be alright. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yeah,
smile
yeah,
over me.
Great.
Thank you.
Well done,
Nice
Ben.
to see you. Good
You're
to
getting
see you
out on
again.
the speaking.
Yeah.
It gives you a bit of street cred, that did.
Did it?
Brought it
Do I
down-
keep it
brought
on?
brought
I
it
look
down to the
cool.
streets, you
I
know what
look
I
it cool, do I?
You're getting there, yeah.
Can I just shake your
Good
hands
lad.
and then I'll go off? I've come up from Kent to help out.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, good to meet you. And I saw you up in London when you did the talk.
Last week.
No, when we were at the, oh God, I can't remember.
Tommy
It's the
Matt.
church thing where you
Oh,
had all the other
UTK.
speakers.
Yeah, Manual Centre. That
Yeah,
was,
Manual
that was
Centre.
only like 10 days ago or
Was
whatever.
it? God, I'm
Yeah.
losing track of time. I don't know where it's
Oh no, my
Testing,
It was
testing.
7th of Feb. Where are we now? 21st of Feb. Sorry, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was excellent. The speakers
Yeah.
that you had there were brilliant.
Oh,
really well.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, I'll go
Nice
off
to see you.
later.
Yeah, cool.
See if we get one,
Yeah.
you can turn it round. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Nice
And thanks
to
for
see
messaging me back the other day with that lady at the door.
you. No, it was a pleasure.
I
Thank
just
you.
thought it was funny how she was that stupid and look into it.
Yeah.
Like my dad says, why don't people look at other videos, not just that one, that exposes people.
Yeah. When was that? That was on Twitter, was it?
That was when I texted you on Facebook and you got back to me.
On Facebook, did I? That's
Yeah.
quite cool.
Just be careful with that happening. Remember what happened to William Hague?
What happened to William Hague?
He wore a baseball cap and he got ripped to pieces for it.
Did he?
Do you
Yeah.
not remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, well,
but I'm not William Hague, right?
No, no, but he wore this baseball cap, you know, to make him look like, you know.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool.
He's the opposite of
And it
cool.
went absolutely the wrong way.
He's the opposite of
I
cool.
was trying to think of the name when you said should I leave it on or not. I thought, should I shout William Hague here or what? Have I got it right? Have I got it right? But it is William Hague.
Right, okay. Let's go do some more.
Yeah, fine, thank you. Keep going.
Might as well. I've already
I mean,
got
this is really
You want the one
important.
behind
What
us?
happens here is really
I've
important.
been doing this for 30, 40 years.
Are you
right?
Denton based?
No, I'm Warrington, mate. I'm
Warrington,
Yeah. That's stuff for reform with Warrington.
Yeah.
So, I've been doing this for donkey's years.
And what's your feeling?
I've never been as confused in my life.
Yeah.
With what's happening in a minute, certainly with what Rupert Lowe's done.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to.
Nobody else. And I'm going, what's going on?
I don't know why he's doing it. It's sort of weird.
You know, people are giving their hands. And he's not even replying or he's not commenting about it, is he? Is it? I was asking some of the lads here. Are you waiting for the May elections? Let's get them out of the way, and then maybe see where we.
I don't know what he's doing. I mean, he can't stand in the May elections because you had to have been.
No, well, he's not got no.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, is he just waiting to let's get to May, and let's see how they're seeing he's lying.
I don't know what he's doing.
How reform government, nobody does.
I don't know what he's doing. Yeah.
If you don't know, then
no, I don't know.
Nobody
He's not, we're not
knows.
talking all that much. Good to see you. Good of you to come. You made it drive easy.
Anyway,
no problem.
see you soon.
Yeah, nice to see you.
I'll see you before.
Yeah. Pretty horrible weather, isn't it?
Keep the hat on.
You should get a cap.
I know. I don't think I look very nice in one.
Oopsie. Yeah. Why not?
Another
It's cool.
picture.
Yeah. Have you been out on the street?
No, I've only been here.
A few minutes.
Yeah, I came in at about. You're still in one of these.
What's it like in where you are? How many people around you know about Advance?
That's a good question because it would be good if you guys came to Nantwich with this thing and set up in the town centre. Because the thing is, I don't think a lot of people know much about Advance. I think a lot of them are what we call champagne socialists. A lot of them vote Labour. It is a Labour.
I mean, Labour now is entirely champagne, isn't it? They're not part of the people. Yeah.
Champagne communists.
Communists. I mean, communism is totalitarianism, actually, isn't
And
it?
they. The thing is with Nantwich, it's not like this. It is a Cheshire town. There is a level of affluence there, but then you have Crewe just down the road, which is very much on the opposite end of that.
Yeah.
And so people in Nantwich don't really feel the issues around the migrants, but what we do see is a lot of, as I said to you the other day, a lot of shops are closing down in Nantwich. The town centre is risking becoming a ghost
Town centres everywhere are just dying, aren't they?
and they are, because the thing that I like about Nantwich is that the people there do try to support but like the mom and pop shops, because a lot of them are people in Nantwich who run those businesses, they're closing down. It was a really great shoe shop, they've closed down, and I was gutted. And I think it needs a real revival. What we do have is a couple of vape shops.
Everyone's got vape shops.
Turkish barber shops.
Yeah, we've got lots of those. Actually, they're quite good barbers.
Are they?
Yeah. I go to one in London. Yeah. Nice to see you, Alan. Thank you very much for saying hello.
You make sure you do what I
Yeah,
ask you to do.
yeah. I'm not going anywhere. Gonna stay
Don't be
there.
influenced by anybody else.
I'll be like the knight from the. Have you seen Monty Python's Holy Grail?
I have.
You know the knight who says it's just a flesh wound, and he stands his ground. Not allowed to go anywhere. No.
I don't know how old you are. I'm getting on now.
I'm 60.
Right. Bill Money said to, what was his name? Famous interviewer on BBC. I think it was Terry Wogan. He said, always remember one thing.
Yeah.
He said, Joe Gormley said. Joe Gormley was a better politician.
Yeah.
And he said, if you can't get the mind, he said, grab them by the balls. He said, the mind will soon follow.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. No, Nick knows you. He told me he knows you. Yeah.
No, really letting myself to it.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't recognise who I am because I've been in a wheelchair for 20 years.
Yeah.
And it's a shock to them. I live on my own. I watch all your podcasts and everything you do.
Yeah, well, that's very good of you.
I watch all them.
Yeah.
I watch Paul. I go on Paul's show.
Paul's a great guy.
See, I don't
Yeah.
speak because you can't get contact people. Today I've been well enough to be able to come down here, and it was a beautiful surprise to meet you.
Well, thank you.
To meet you before I die. You understand what I mean?
Well, don't die. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to be right behind you.
Thank you.
With me broken legs up your ass. You know,
Just don't grab my balls. I will remember that. Grab him by the balls and mine soon follows. I love that. I'll try and use it in a podcast or something so you can see it. Yeah. And I'll say I got that from Alan in Denton. And then the mind will soon follow.
And a few other things. Thank you for coming on.
Oh no, thank you. So where are you? Are you Denton Gorton? Gorton
No,
Denton?
I'm North Manchester, so
Right.
near Heaton Park.
Yeah,
So
okay.
where Nick used to live though. So
Yeah.
we live in the same area. Oh, I don't
Originally, obviously from
Obviously,
Sussex.
I put this post on like 2 weeks ago about how
Yeah.
I was going to go and help with the canvassing and leafleting, and I got absolutely mauled on X. for my
Why?
accent.
Oh, I see for your
Like, well,
accent.
clearly it's another, posh idiot.
Another toff,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I was like, actually, I've lived in
Yeah.
go by the voice, but I get it.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for doing it.
No, and thank you
Yeah.
for all my emails that you've been.
No, not
because
at all,
I know
no.
that you must get a million and one of them. So
Well, I don't get 1,000,001. A million?
But it's like so important to me. I think I've got that one. Just got that one.
I know, exactly. We haven't shaken hands.
So I've come from Knutsford, so Estimate Bay.
Okay,
is
yeah.
my-
She's a lovely lady.
She is, yeah.
Yeah, Minister of Common Sense she was.
Yeah.
That was the most uncommonsensical position they created.
I've met her once because I used to work for a wildlife charity
Yeah.
in Knutsford, and
Right.
she came down there, not politically, just
Yeah.
just came down and spoke to
She's a
people.
nice lady,
But
yeah.
you can get, I mean, I think you might struggle to get in that constituency, don't you think?
Who's that?
In Tatton constituency.
Who you?
Advance.
Well, we're going to stand everywhere. You know, our challenge is to just get known between now and. This by-election has come like 3 or 4 months a little early for us.
Well, I think
But-
Knutsford and Tatton constituency has been conservative for forever, I think.
Yeah, but it probably won't be soon.
Well, I think because there's, I mean, there's obviously some things that probably aren't 100% right, but because everything's all right,
People aren't going to vote for change, you think?
I don't think so. But But I think
Yeah.
if this Labour lot have the way, and because countryside is too white, and they start bringing in,
Isn't that absurd? The countryside's
then-
too white.
I think then it will change.
Crazy comment, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And
thinking
presidents being taken seriously. That's what gets me.
I know.
The comment itself.
The countryside is racist.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
yeah,
any
really bizarre.
nonsense.
Yeah, because if they walk into a pub, they feel uncomfortable. Well, I'm a white woman, and if I walk into a pub, I feel uncomfortable on my own, but I still do it.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
There's not enough singles in here. We need to do something about it.
I know. Well, that's just being shy of life then, isn't it? You just got to gather yourself up and do stuff. Yeah.
I mean, where I live, obviously it's predominantly white. There's the odd black person and the odd.
And I think Denton is like 90% white, isn't it?
Yes,
It's very
we
white.
went to Gorton.
And then it's
Levenshulme, I used to live in Levenshulme.
Yeah.
And actually a lot of the roadsides there are in Urdu.
in Urdu, really.
Yeah. So when I used to walk down the main street, seriously. So I've been like strappy top and jeans, and they will taunt you, they will shout at you from the...
Really?
Yeah, because you're not...
Appropriately
Yes,
attired.
Really scary.
You're
I moved
kidding.
No, I swear on my life. That's why I moved to Levenshulme.
Really? That is not good.
No. So as I don't think I've ever said this in my life, but as a white woman in a place, you're not safe.
No. That's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, we're fine up in North
Yeah.
walk anywhere.
But we've got to sort the country out.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I'm a carer for my daughter, and she's autistic, and I don't have to work because obviously I don't get universal credit. I've worked all my life. When I left school, I refused to sign on the dole because it was sort of like, no, I'm not doing that. And the careers officer told me I had to because it accounted to your national insurance, but I hated it. But now I don't have to work, but what I do is I crochet and I sell it.
Yeah, nice, lovely.
And things like that because. To me, I brought up in a council estate where we're probably all Labour supporters. As soon as I could vote, I voted Conservative because I was basically.
What was your first election?
Oh, 1983.
No.
I'm younger than
87?
that, I'm young. In the 70s. In the 70s, Ben.
Yeah.
No.
As you guys obviously are having a private conversation.
Do you want to have a...
Yeah, I was just waiting for you guys to finish. You should come on as well. She have you on. Yeah, you'd love to. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Oh, there you go. That was perfect.
Oh, you found saying on you.
Right, did you want to do it in?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Is that all right, Nick?
Not perfect. Yeah. Let's
All right.
do something to come before you go.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
Thank you so much for coming forward.
Do you want to come undercover?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me get myself a microphone as well.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here since the start.
This morning, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And how's it been for you?
It's been really well. We had a pack of people here.
Yeah.
And they went to canvassing. We've interviewed almost everybody. Howard Cox, obviously, I think you missed.
Howard's gone back to London, or?
Yeah, he's gone back to
Yeah.
London. Apparently,
Yeah.
there's an emergency. His little girl.
Oh dear.
Has been rushed to a hospital, so
Oh my God.
he had to run away. Well, not run away. He had to obviously go to an aid, which obviously has apparently 7-hour journey. So I don't know how slow he's traveling, but of course. So he went back. But we've had many people. We've spoke to him, to Nick.
Yeah, Nick, yeah.
We spoke to regional director. Where's he gone?
Would you like to come in as well? You sure? Yeah.
You can come in and
Your
stand
arm's not tired? No.
You can come there and stand here. Yeah, so you can film it from there. And
you can maybe even rest it on the table, and then you're comfortable. What do you think? Yeah.
Should I fire myself?
What?
Should I fire myself? But yeah, so we're here with Ben. Is the voice good? Say something for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, perfect. So I don't know if you guys have seen this face before. I mean, this is the man who was. I don't know about you, but this is a guy has created the place where we're in today. Is the reason why we're here. Is the reason why there's well, some people might say it's the reason why there's some people might lose some votes and split the vote. And he's arguing that there's no other party has rights to people's votes. Hence the reason why we have another alternative party on the right. Now it goes by the name of Ben HABIB. Ben, why did you start? I never really asked you this.
Why did I start a party?
Yeah, I always ask you a lot of questions, but why did you start Advance UK?
Well, I mean, I'm in politics, as I might have mentioned to you, because I think the country is facing such severe threats.
Right.
Culturally, constitutionally, economically, that we may cease to be a country, frankly. We may cease to be. And so I got into politics to try and help to save the country. And I thought originally that reform would be the answer.
Right.
It carried the hopes and aspirations of the British people to get the job done.
For a short time, yeah.
Yeah, but reform is basically turned into some kind of version of the Tories,
right?
As I'm sure you agree with me on.
Yeah.
And your viewers will agree because you've told me before.
I think Nigel Farage would agree as well.
Yeah, Nigel Farage would agree too. That it's turned into Tory Mark II.
Yeah.
And of course you can't save the country by putting the same people who created the problems back into power.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And so reforms failed. It's failed before it even got into office. And so a new political force was needed. And I set up Advance UK, which I think is a party that's built on very sound foundations. We got to 30,000 members, as you know, very quickly.
Yeah.
We have a mission statement which we're delivering. We've got dozens of councillors now around the country already. And we've got a national capability to campaign already, and this is our first by-election. And what people say to me is, Ben, you're going to split the vote. This is how you started the chat. You're going to split the vote, you'll get the Greens in. But actually it doesn't matter whether the Greens win, Labour wins, or the Reform or the Tories win, or we win. It doesn't matter from a national perspective who wins this by-election. The Labour Party has a majority today, they'll have a majority the morning after the by-election. Doesn't matter who wins here.
Yeah.
But if you return any of the other candidates, no one in Westminster is going to get a kick in the backside because they're all part of the establishment. The only non-establishment candidate is Nick Buckley. He also happens to be local. If Nick wins this by-election, Westminster will be shaking in their boots because they will see the political landscape completely churned up. And that's what we need. We need the political establishment to recognise that they're not doing the right thing and that forces like ours will emerge and will take their positions.
Do you think I want to get into the next situation with obviously the Manchester News
not inviting him.
Not inviting him, and I think even the BBC.
That's unbelievable.
Debate.
Unbelievable.
How do you, first of all, what's your opinion on that? And does it break any sort of election integrity or anything, no?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it may not break any rules, but as far as I'm concerned, it's certainly dumbing down of democracy when people who bang the drum for democracy don't invite the candidates.
Yeah.
And particularly in this by-election, because it's such a split field,
right.
Nick could actually win. You know, you just never know.
Yeah.
And you're denying a potential candidate from getting his voice out there.
Why do you think that is?
What?
Why do you think the BBC wouldn't invite him? Why do you think the Manchester Evening News, even though they've made a lot of pieces about him, but they couldn't invite him as a candidate?
I don't know, they took the view, wrongly in my mind, they took the view that only those who were likely to win the by-election would be given a voice at the hustings. But that's not engaging with democracy, that's actually controlling democracy.
Cherry picking, yeah.
Cherry picking, it's anti-democratic.
Yeah, and I think it's probably unfair to the people at home who probably wanted to tune in to listen to what their candidates has to say and
Absolutely.
confront the other side.
It's not right.
Yeah, it's insane. But I want to go back to Advance UK. A lot of people have, there's a lot of confusion out there, which obviously the dust is, is settling right now. I feel like the dust is settling. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
But the last couple of days, it was very smoky. Ooh, what's going on? Very foggy.
Are you talking about my friend Rupert Lowe?
I'm talking about your good friend Rupert Lowe, and of course Restore Britain.
Yeah.
And all the thing like, hey, has the merge happened? Should I cancel my thing? What should I do? Should I join?
Yeah.
Because I had Edward on.
Oakenfold.
Yeah, Oakenfold. And one caller called in and they asked, what should I do with my membership? Should I join Restore, or should I stay here? And Edward Oakenfold said, hold the line. And as you already know, things are moving so fast, we can't just hold the line. So what should those members do?
So those members, it's not clear to me what Restore Britain is. Restore Britain hasn't produced a constitution. It hasn't defined what its political mission is, what its philosophy is. We know they want to deport everyone.
They have the big, I think...
mass deportation.
Yeah. I think, how big is it? It was like this big, 113 pages. We went through it like 2 days ago,
So, I mean, the big thing about Restore Britain is their desire to basically deport all illegal migrants, all people who've come to this country legally but are now here illegally, all foreigners who are in prison, to remove benefits from foreigners in this country. And these things Advance UK believes in as well.
Yeah, it looks like somebody must have been watching your your announcement.
Someone in Restore Britain was watching what we said. But beyond that, it's not clear what they stand for. Advance UK has a very clearly set out political philosophy.
Right.
We stand for the nation state of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and all its parts and all its people, our Christian constitution, freedom of the people, freedom from indoctrination, freedom of speech, restoring our democracy, so getting rid of the EU out of the fabric of our system, getting rid of all the quangos that,
all the big institution that's stopping stopping
exactly.
from you
and restoring a justice system which is blind to your background, ethnicity, to get rid of the two-tier criminal justice system, to get proper justice back. And Restore Britain hasn't really articulated its position. That mass deportation policy that you referred to, for example, that mass deportation policy includes adhering to the treaties that we have with the EU. So they don't want to restore Britain to the extent needed to get out of the EU. And I challenged them on it actually when they produced the mass deportation policy, saying, you're trying to adhere to the withdrawal agreement, but if you adhere to the withdrawal agreement, you're leaving the European Union in control of significant chunks of the United Kingdom. How can you restore Britain if the EU is still controlling us?
Restore Britain is basically putting the focus on the sovereignty. Would that be the case?
Yeah,
right?
but they should be focusing on sovereignty, but their mass deportation policy doesn't. It doesn't focus on sovereignty.
Do you think it comes from like a grievance or maybe anger when it's like, hey, we got to do whatever it takes, whatever is possible to get people out?
I think the primary focus is the primary focus appears to be exactly as you described it.
Where
get people out.
It doesn't matter. Just get people out. It doesn't matter if Macron is the lead. Let's get people out. But now, just to clear for the people at home, a lot of people want the merge, some people don't want the merge. Obviously, you came out on Saturday. I believe this time on Saturday. I think I was traveling to go cover something that was taking place in Manchester.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Saturday.
I was in my train. I'm like, I start watching, and you said you're utterly delighted.
Well, I was delighted. But you know, a week is a long time in politics, isn't it?
Oh man, so many things have happened, yes.
And it's quite interesting to see, even in a week, how Restore Britain is now seemingly emerging. A lot of the voices that are coming out in support of Restore Britain are a bit worrying to me.
Yeah, you made a post today. I don't know if I can...
Yesterday,
yesterday, and you were referring to the... I think the word that you used, inoperable or something like that.
I mean, basically what I was trying to say is, look, I've campaigned against progressive discrimination.
That's right.
no one should be promoted into a job just because they're from an ethnic minority.
Correct.
Or because they have a minority religious belief or whatever.
That's right.
But it also applies the other way round.
True.
You can't be prejudiced against people simply because they're brown or black.
Right.
You know, that form of racism has no place in the United Kingdom, in my mind. And I just want it utterly clear. Look, can I just say, I'm very attuned to the concern, the very valid concern, that people in this country, the demography of this country is changing at a pace with which this country cannot cope.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just go to any town and you'll probably
and
recognize it.
that's really frightening. And we've got to protect our culture. We've got to protect our people. But that doesn't mean that you adopt an agenda that is anti any minorities. And I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, it goes back to the last World War that we had. A man had an idea and he thought it was good to go against, a group and, targeting the vulnerable people and the Jews and stuff. I mean, I'm sure you guys will probably know who I'm talking about. Not that I'm trying to refer anything to restore Britain, of course, no, that'd be outrageous. Now, but I think yesterday I received a lot of support from a lot of people. I mean, Tommy Robinson came out in support of myself, Ricky Doolan, Danny Tomo, many of the people who have spoken on that last week, 2 weeks ago, that event in London.
7th of Feb,
Yeah. And it was about the racism that myself was receiving, not just by existing online.
I know, and I saw that, and I thought it was absolutely disgusting.
It's kind of insane that you don't have to say anything now, just existing.
I thought it was disgusting, and Bass and Boogie got a lot of hassle as well.
Hers is even worse. Sometimes I think, is this sexist that they come for me less? Because she's coming on a show tomorrow. She'll be addressing all
She's coming on your show.
Yeah, she'll be addressing all the racism that she's had, because she's had worse than myself. But it's like, what is going on? Because it looks like it's not really uniting, is actually dividing us.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, there's no place for that. I can't remember the name of the guy who was abusive to Bass and Boogie. I think you were both together, and he came up to you and he started talking nonsense. He put a smile on his face, but he said you're all going back to Africa or something.
Yeah, I think
what's his name? You know who I mean?
You Anthony or something?
I don't know.
Yeah,
but what he said was utterly unacceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would...
Doesn't matter if he puts a smile on his face when he says it, you know what I'm saying?
You know, these people, we know these people existed. We've been knowing them. It was few of them. But ever since the launch, it looks like those people have found a home. And it's kind of worrying, to say the least. Because now they have a... Not that Ripple Law is aware of it. Maybe, I hope not. But it looks like these people have like...
Well, Steve Laws, who's famously a sort of ethno-nationalist.
Yeah.
I think he's joined.
Oh, he came for me yesterday.
Yeah, he came for you too, did he?
Yeah.
I mean, tell me, Baraka, are you British? Do you feel British?
I feel British, and it's not just a feel. I'm not like Keir Starmer would say.
Yeah.
It's just depending
Would you
how
die
you feel.
for this country?
Yeah, I would die for this country in the sense where if a reasonable war was to happen, not one guy who wants to defend his best friend, Zelensky, but a proper war.
Yeah,
of course. I think you would go in the line to defend the nation. Yeah,
I mean, ultimately, that's the test. Would you lay down your life for this country?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. And it's not just about like, only a white person has to go and do it. No, actually, the last World War, it wasn't just white people marching. It was many other people. There's a lot of people, your color, my color, everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of Africans turned up. Why? Because it was a World War. They had to fight for their rights. It's not just,
And we were fighting for our way of life. Yeah. We were fighting for our culture, for our sets of beliefs, for our understanding of who we are as a people. That's what we fought for.
That's right.
In World War II.
Yeah, it wasn't fighting for which color of race should maintain its
And if you have all those same feelings, if that's how you identify yourself, then you're every bit as British as anyone else is.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, you and I...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right, why are you laughing?
I don't know. Sometimes it's so outrageous that people say so much that you just have to laugh now.
Well, I mean, I laugh. If someone says to me, I just ignore it.
Because they'll put on this multiple of our thing. There's, every time when we meet and when we talk, they say we are going home. So where are they going to send you and where are they going to send me?
I don't know where. I mean, it's interesting. My mother's English. My mother's blonde, blue-eyed, English, English, English. My grandfather fought in World War One. He comes from a line of clergy. You know, that's from my mother's side. On my father's side, I'm from the Punjab. My father came from the Punjab. He's,
Punjab, yeah.
you know, he's a lapsed Muslim, is what I would call him. And so they want to deport me from this country. Pakistan may not take me back. So, you know, where are they going to send me?
But in that deportation, I want to ask you this, because you are, of course, you are in charge of the policies. Not in charge of the policy, meaning you kind of approve and you see what's going on. Because obviously the college will come up with a thing and it will come to you.
Yeah, the college is...
It's not coming from the top down, it's coming down up.
Yeah.
Now, in the mass deportation thing, there's a line that's very worrying, where it says...
That I said, a line that we've got.
No. I think in the mass deportation for this, I want to ask
For Restore Britain.
Yeah, I want to ask you how that would be possible.
Yeah.
Because obviously you are in charge and you've seen and you've developed a lot of these policies. You know, the draft last 2 weeks was.
Did you disagree
incredible.
with any of the things that we said in the draft?
I think the draft, the one thing that I disagree with was there's not enough push for Christianity in the sense where there is that you're gonna stop, you know, mosque, you're gonna stop this, you're gonna ban the burqa, you're gonna do all this, but there was not any sort of like, hey, we're gonna also fund this thing, because new numbers that came out recently shows that Islam received a lot of support.
We were
going to
fund national celebrations for Christmas and Easter. Do you remember? We had that.
But that's national celebration. But right now, as we speak, there's kids who are being kicked out of school, religious school, Christian schools. It's because the tax break that you know now they can't really have.
Because of the VAT, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, those schools will go out of business,
Yeah.
and those parents who put their kids up to learn their religion, which obviously Christianity, they're not going to have a place. They're going to have to go to a normal school, which obviously
all state schools under an advanced government will teach Christianity, and it will not just teach Christianity, but they will teach the great contribution that Christianity has played in the creation of this country, and you know the tremendous benefits that have come from it.
Yeah, but all that is a reason why, because I'm living it right now. I don't live around the area like this, right? I live far away from the town.
Where do you live?
So I can't rely right now.
Okay.
So it's more like retired people are retired, and you know, like just.
Are you going to retire soon?
No. I like. It's full of old folks, and it's quiet. It's nice. You don't get random people. Just like, it's good. Now, there's a church that. Every other church around it has closed down because of funding. It went delicate. They just closed down because, of course, there was not any funding for that church to remain. So there's like my church, the church that I go to, there's like 5 other churches that come together in that church. And that also, if it's not, it might go. That means I would have to travel, get the train to go get to the nearest church.
You know,
so there needs to be some sort of funding to actually preserve Christianity here.
So
not
the
just
church,
in schools.
I mean, the Church of England, by the way, is very, very rich, but it's very rich. But the Church of England has lost its way. It doesn't really understand what Christianity is. So we might need to re-educate the Church of England itself.
Well, you're gonna have to fight a lot of people for you to get your way on that side.
Well, not fight. We'll just educate, you know.
Let me get some questions, because right now as we speak, people are throwing in.
Oh, this is live, is it?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, wow, cool.
That's what I couldn't tell.
We're live, Nick.
We've been live. They're always live.
They're always live. Oh, God.
I've got a voter behind me, just wants a selfie with you.
Of course.
Bring them in, come in.
He doesn't want to be, he's got a job, he doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Do you want me to quickly?
I'll get some questions.
I'll be back in a second.
Let me grab the mic just in case you guys have a private conversation, because we don't want the people listening in. Make sure, How we doing, guys? Put some W's in the chat. How we doing? Oh, God. Hey. Be careful, You put a camera in there, Quick one. Hey, could you change the colors of this? Could you change the color? Not you. I'm speaking to the.
Are we still live?
Yeah. It's just that I don't know why they made this color yellow. I can't read that.
I can't read it either. I haven't got my glasses on. I can't help you.
All right, Ben. So we spoke today with. I made a post today. About today's. I made a post today about the confusion in advance is over. Will end today. Today's live stream will be more about clarity. Now, it's advanced. Obviously, I've spoke to Richard, I spoke to Howard Cox, and they all say, hey, we're going to carry on forward.
Yeah.
What's the mission for Advance so far? Is it just carrying on forward? Are we slowing down?
No, we're not. We are 100% moving forward as an independent political party. An offer was made.
Right.
I've had no response. And we continue. We are the Goldilocks political party. Our porridge is just the right temperature.
That's
the
right.
seat is just the right softness.
Yeah,
the
sugar
fits. The bed is just the right softness. Sorry, the seat fits.
Yeah.
We are the perfect political party,
That's right.
and we are not going anywhere.
Well, that is. I think that says a lot.
Is that clear?
That is clear. Of course, that is clear because not just for myself, but for everybody else who has aligned or maybe they want some clarity, and I think it's important that we get that. It's important that we get that. A couple questions before we let you go, and then we can have our private time with Ben HABIB. I got a couple questions only for myself, not for you guys. Oh, I don't know why I said that. Now you guys are like, hey, what's the question? No. Oof. That's the VAT we just spoke about.
Yeah.
So, I spoke to one of your guys about, I think that was Sarah yesterday with Richard, and it was about knife crime. And of course, they mentioned that the policy is just being drafted, so there's more to come.
Yeah, we haven't done our policy on the police or criminal justice yet.
All right, so I'm going to spare you from that then, obviously, since
but
you
ask
haven't
the
done
question, I might be able to give you some guidance.
Yeah, because Nick is second of his pledges is knife crime.
Yeah.
That he's going to invest his own salary into it.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's passionate about it. His charity was obviously helping our homeless and helping our kids who are out there carrying knives.
Mancunian way, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's literally where I grew up. Now, is there any policies that supports what he's also campaigning?
Well, fundamentally, we've got a breakdown in the criminal justice system. The police, a number of things are happening.
Yeah.
Criminals are being protected by the criminal justice system.
That's right.
As a result of the Human Rights Act, the criminal justice system itself is confused about what it's meant to be doing.
Right.
And there's an extreme form of leniency being handed out to criminals.
Yeah, so
Victims are not being protected. Victims are ignored, and the criminals are getting the protective arm of the state. That has to stop.
Yeah, immediately. Yeah.
And unless and until the police actually know what it is they're meant to be doing, they won't be able to do it.
Right.
So we need to get rid of the Human Rights Act, and we need to make it quite clear to the police what their job is.
Right.
That it's to nail criminals, and it's for the judges.
Really, they don't know that.
I don't think they know it.
It looks like they don't. Yeah.
And there's certainly the criminal the judges that come later are more interested in the human rights of the criminal than they are in the human rights of the victim.
Yeah, true.
And we're always seeing the human rights of the criminal being protected. That has to stop. And then we need a complete re-education of the police. They do need to stop policing tweets, and they need to start policing real criminality. And there's got to be a zero tolerance to violent crime. Zero tolerance. And the punishment's got to be severe. There's got to be a certainty of arrest, a very high probability of conviction, and then the punishment needs to be appropriate. If you get that balance right, criminality will drop. Not just knife crime, but everything will drop.
Yeah, because they know they're going to feel the full force of the law.
Feel the full force of the law.
Yeah.
No nonsense. Yeah.
No, that's good to say, at least, because I've known a lot of friends. I'm from Manchester, there's a lot of stabbing here. I've known a couple of people. Right now, I know a couple of guys who are in jail for life for killing somebody with a knife, and I've known some people who have had a great career in music, and of course one, they didn't, and he's dead right now.
Yeah.
And I seen that when I was in college. I've known these guys. They're in jail. Some are in jail. Some are dead. So I know, like, the knife crime is serious.
Yeah.
It's not just like, I report it all the time. I was like, hey, a knife crime, but I know how it is because I've seen a couple of people who are in jail for doing that. Now, I want to end on this. I think this one's probably going to be important because obviously, you just mentioned the advances moving forward. There's not any like slowing down. Maybe they're going to jump in. No, we're moving forward. The train is leaving the station. Now,
the train's out of the station, buddy.
It's got, this is the bullet train, right? Bullet train. Now, what is the plan then? Are you guys going to be putting more candidates up? We've not seen a lot. We've not seen a lot of announcements in terms of that. We've heard obviously yourself now saying that you're moving forward. We've heard Sarah White, we've heard Richard, we've heard Howard Cox today, and we've also heard Nick Botley. But is there anything that's going to be put out there to indicate, hey, we're moving forward, we're not leaving anything behind?
I mean, our membership continues to grow.
Right.
Our national campaigning teams continue to be established. We've now got directors in charge of every part of the United Kingdom, with the exception of London and Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland we're about to appoint a director for, and we're going to build our branch network. Our policies are being revealed. You came to our first policy launch a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
And we're going to continue to build up. We're recruiting candidates now for the next general election.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we are. So
what do people expect to see in the next coming?
So you will see more policies. You will see more national campaigning. You will see this cap being worn by many more people.
That's right.
See the cap? You get used to the cap. You'll see a lot of it.
That's the cap.
And
no cap, yes.
You're going to see a lot of that. And as we head towards 2029, you'll see more and more of us. Yeah. Do you like it?
How do we look?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think I like it. I like it. You're gonna see more caps being worn, man.
Yeah.
Make sure you like.
Get one. Get one while it's cheap.
Get one while it's as a capitalist, he's gonna raise the price. Get yourself one. That's right. Thank you so much, man.
Good to
it's
see
always
you.
a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're gonna end the live. I need to have my private conversation with Ben. And
thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye. Thank you.